hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause halfway house. I want a big green lawn that goes on, and a family that loves me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I wasted too much time trying to be myself, and trying to be like everybody else, cause I thought what I wanted was be wanted by the wrong crap. That part of town, going nowhere, hellbound, chained to the same lame brain, wanna be daydream. Just a loser with a bad team, yeah, but that's all in the past now. I'm going fast now, going fast now. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. Hoping that I'll be somebody one day, not just a lost cause nowhere in town. I want a great big house with a loving spouse, and kids that really love me, yeah, that would be so sweet. Lemonade in the shade, and cold brew iced tea, yeah, I can picture it now. I'm gonna make it somehow, I'm gonna make it somehow. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found out of the storm and into the clouds. I'm homeward bound, I was lost and found. I've been knocked down, kicked around, losing my footing all over town. Fell flat on my face right into the ground. I've been lost all my life, but I finally found
homes, and all my bitterness just seemed passe. Because I realized as soon as I said it, how long it'd take to swim from Jones Beach to Indonesia. And maybe you're waiting on a call from me. And maybe you're working at a crowded restaurant, and you know all he's got a life so fucked up. You don't know what happened. Just like you saw me working at some restaurant in Paris, 'cause my life was just so fucked up, and I don't know how it happened. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing? Listen, the mood just took me. The mood just took me, and I thought, fuck it. I want a little live. I don't know how long this will be. We've got like a smorgasbord of different things, from talking about some Chud stuff. So somebody I saw in chat was like, Chud's going after Beckett now. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk the Great Beckett Hunt of 26. How will you address the gender allegations? I know, I'm fucked. I'm fucked, guys. I'm also going to talk a little bit about some Craig Beckett lore. I've got a very, very short Riley update for you, just because it made me laugh. And we're going to do the Cine Bear video. So it's like a whole smorgasbord of things. But how's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? I mean, like, dude, I don't know quite where to start. I kind of want people to roll in. Beckett is avoiding the 20-hour SCC vid. The Falgi's community has done like a doc on it, which I might get hold of. Falgi said he might send it to me, if he remembers, and then I might do that as a way to do it, and like pick through the timestamps of sort of the weirdest bits. Steve Shives tent when? Oh, we could look at some Steve Shives. Remind me later, and I'll bring up Steve Shives. A white girl with a 5. Happy Sunday, Crabman. Happy Sunday, white girl. Let's go. It's funny. You've reminded me. I'm probably going to start covering some lolcow live soon, because I want to start picking up what the fuck is happening to Amberlyn Reed. I'm actually kind of interested. Did you get the old Now Recording episode on Craig Beckett? I was trying to find it. I couldn't. I have messaged Core and been like, can I have content? Can I have Craig Beckett tent, please? So he I don't know if he's like got it to hand, but yeah, if somebody finds it, DM it to me, because I did search and I couldn't find it, which is terrible as a former host of Now Recording. I guess current host of Now. I'm still a host of Now Recording. It's just Now Recording is kind of dead. But like, I'm still a host, I guess. I was considering just like starting booting up Now Recording streams a little while ago. Beckett on Beckett violence, yes, true. Well, I feel like a couple of times now people have confused me with Craig Beckett. I think PPP did this in a Kino Casino episode. I can't remember what the fucking context was, why I'd even come up. This was years ago. But PPP was like, oh, didn't that guy sex a 17-year-old? And Wolski was like, no, I don't think that's him. I think that's a different guy, bro. So yeah. There's too many Becketts. There's like 3 of us. I think I'm the only one left. Like, if you say Beckett, like, you mean me at this point, right? You'd have to add provisos that it wasn't me, generally speaking. But yeah, we've got a lot of things to talk about. We've got things to talk about, okay? Because I've heard all the comments. Dude. Listen. For those of you expecting me to come on here and be like, right, Chud Logic. Chud of the Logic. How dare you, sir? That's not going to happen, okay? We're going to talk. Some of this is funny. Some of this is actually just quite funny. But we're not. Listen. You'll see. We'll get there. I want people to roll in as well, because I don't want to start midway through. So hurry up and join the stream. I don't know why I'm shouting that to people who aren't currently watching. So pointless. So pointless. Scream into the ether. Is your logic chuddled or your chud logical? A genuine question. A very good question. Sent you the video on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you. Did you send it to me on Cope and Seed, or did you? Because I can't get into my Cope and Seed DMs. I'll have to like DM it to myself through Discord. But thank you. That's based. Beckett is trying to get me cancelled or so. I hear. What? Dude. I think if I was trying to get you cancelled, I'd be doing a better job of it. What would I do to get Falgi cancelled? The pineapple pizza allegations? An interesting one. An interesting one. How do you cancel a Falgi? I'm glad you like the screenshots of Mr. Craig Beckett crashing out. Yeah, like I'll show a couple of them actually. They're pretty good. The Shinigami Eyes strikes again. Yeah, dude. This is why I love Shinigami Eyes. It's just really funny seeing who's been like caught. Who got fucked by Shinigami Eyes. 3 streams, we eating, good chat. Good evening, Gex Harold. How we doing? How we doing, guys? Dude, we sweep with Tyrone. It's been so weird watching some of this stuff unfold. It's been kind of funny. I was watching Tommy's stream earlier, and it is genuinely quite funny watching people work out which side everybody's on. The SFTP cast said they were both acting like women, and I burst out laughing so hard. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a crazy thing to say, right? I think that's a pretty normal thing to say. You cancelled by making a big Twitter thread like Shadman. Dude. Poor Falgi. Dude. Where are we at? So yeah, dude, it has been too fucking busy. Too fucking busy this weekend. I think one of the things that's kind of like bizarre about this drama, because I've seen people like flip from this to covering things like, somebody mentioned Cinderella, because Toastify's got a new video out. I'm not going to do Toastify's video, guys, because I've seen so much of the Parlo stuff. I don't know if there's anything new in it. It's kind of like, it's sort of like a more condensed version of watching a million fucking streams. This is extremely low stakes and probably doesn't deserve the amount of scrutiny it received if not for the people involved. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with streamer breakups, and like Chud and Nick have such a huge like crossover that it's obviously going to catch a lot of attention. Like there's a real tribal feeling, and it's interesting which communities think what. It's sort of like, it's kind of, coverage is almost pointless, to be fair, because nobody's persuaded on either side, right? Anybody who's watching like Nick is siding with Nick. Anybody who's watching Chud is like siding with Chud. Right? If Nick can repair a bridge with tips, anything is possible unless you're Boblacks. I think Tommy said, like, it, you know, it's a never say never thing. The tipster thing's really different. I think people forget that the reason the tipster thing went on so long is because after tipster had kind of been ostracized, he did this long thing of like, fuck commentary, fuck Nicholas Diorio, but he was already on sort of the outside when that started happening. With Boblacks, for example, I can't see that bridge being fucking mended because Boblacks was in the inside as he got sort of cast out. And burnt, and it got really fucking annoying. In a similar way with Chud. And also, it's a difficult thing now because Nick's not in the same place he used to be, right? Nick's now very much sat as, what's a good way to put it? Nick's very much sat as, you know, a much more normie mainstream commentator. 4 words that would cancel Beckett. Reddit agrees with Beckett. We'll fucking get to that. Yes, dude. We'll talk about the Reddit thread. It's the nicest I've ever seen Reddit be to me. I'm a little bit fucking concerned. I can't even remember for 11 months. Don't know why I'm reading it like that. It's fucking iconic. Just stopping by to say hi. Still dead from the excitement this morning. I'm glad you had fun, bro. I'm glad you had fun. I heard America did well. I don't. I've got no idea who won. I don't know whether Canada won or America won, but hopefully America. Hopefully America, mostly for my own sanity. Because if they didn't, I kind of will be depressed, and then I'll have to hear about it for the next 4 weeks. I kind of feel like Chud's core audience already hated Nick, so it kind of looks like Chud's going to stay on the hate Nick train. Yeah. I mean, the audience, ironically, like Chud's audience is kind of primed already with hating Nick quite a lot. Like there's still an awful lot of Chud's audience that watch Nick and like Nick. And I think there's more people than people realize who don't care either way, who don't give a shit either way. Like they're just like a lot of people tune into content because it's background noise. Like the actual intricacies of these relationships aren't really important. It's like I'm just here to listen and laugh at drama, and they'll treat this exactly the same way as that, you know. And from the perspective of the audience that Nick has probably gained off much more mainstream content, Chud's probably too edgy for them anyway. Frankly, I mean, I said this when somebody was saying, well, you know, you're dick sucking Diorio because you want to be in the house for like the benefits that gives for like audience and everything. It's like, well, realistically speaking, Diorio's audience is not coming over here to watch fucking pony and cartoon drama. Realistically, like just realistically speaking, I kind of checked out of doing mainstream drama coverage. I still haven't talked about Nux. I kind of checked out of mainstream drama coverage quite like a year ago now. I almost exclusively do niche drama. Almost exclusively. I'm just fucking around over here. So the audience that Nick has aren't going to stick around much to like it. Like whenever I get raided by Nick, and it's cool when I get raided by Nick, like you can see the drop off of people like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And occasionally we'll have some overlap, but it's not common, right? When was the last time I covered iDubbbz? Niche is an understatement. That's true, Jack. We did win. Okay, based. Good. True. The stream is in the background for my Marvel Rivals session tonight. Based. Okay, I think we're at. Yeah, I think 200. 200's enough to get started with this shit, isn't it? Okay. Right. So, MAGA Edits. Do people know who MAGA Edits is? This is MAGA Edits. MAGA Edits is the current or ex-girlfriend. I don't know whether they're still together. I don't care. Of former now recording host D-Max. And D-Max left the podcast. It seemed like a fine relationship, but it soured pretty badly when D-Max was kicked as an editor for Lolcow Live. Maggot became heavily anti-commentary. I believe like there was a big thing between Maggot and Abby Blackbird. I seem to. These are all names that won't matter to like hopefully about 150 of you. Like, dude, I think we're doing well if like 40 people know about any of this like shit stuff at this point. Maggot's still around. So Maggot's become like heavily anti-commentary these days. And generally Maggot will jump on anything to shit on mainstream commentary like Diorio, like anything. Like she'll bring up Now Recording. But I'm just sort of explaining why Maggot is tweeting this shit. Because Maggot fucking hates me. We were friendly at one point. She like fucking hates me. Which I find very funny. But she posted this, which was like, I like Beckett at Cope and Seath. I've got no problems with Beckett. He's just a coward who doesn't want to upset Nick. But that's just a comment. It's not like I want him dead in a ditch. Rational Chud makes clear he has no intention of going after anyone critical of him. And again, one of the things that I found really fucking fascinating about this, and we're going to talk about some of these comments in a bit, is the amount of people who seem to have like very little understanding of my history with any of these fucking people. Because I've said, like, somebody was sending me comments from someone else's chat where it's like, this Beckett guy is next. And I was like, bro, I don't even know who you are. I don't even recognize the name of the shitters who hate me anymore. Like, do you understand, like, how long it's been for me to actually just not know not recognize your names in chat at this point? It's almost sad. Part of me was like, it's depressing. I used to know the name of every Beckett hater. There weren't that many, to be fair, but like, I used to recognize those names within the old chats. So, but nowadays, it's just random fucking people. But we're gonna watch this clip. We're gonna watch this clip from Chud's stream today of like his views about me and my coverage, and have a chat about it.
Yeah, dude, Beckett is just a total fucking coward. He's a sniveling coward, dude. He doesn't want to upset Big Nick, you know? So he's obviously angling it a certain way. Also, I found this out as well. I was having a little butchers at JStalk, and I saw this interesting clip. So
we'll come back to this in a bit. Like, he doesn't play the clip through a segment, but it's the clip where it's like I didn't watch the whole thing, but it was like JStalk mentioning the fact that I was like, I think that Chud's being dishonest in the group chat, basically.
Clip.
Which was leaked last night. I went over it with Valdream.
Beckett is a snarker too. What has Beckett done to you? I got no problems with Beckett. I like Beckett. I actually like Beckett.
Sadly, you're raped.
So, like, here's part of the thing that's... I don't know. It's probably difficult to understand from an outside perspective that... And I said this quite a few times the other night. Like, Chud's basic take around me is going to be, well, Chud, like, Beckett sees the way the wind blows. I think he said, well, Beckett's obviously like hedging his bets because he's not a retard. And while I disagree with him, because if I thought Nick was wrong, or I had major issues, I'd just say that. But I guess because oh dude, what's the good way to put this? I don't think Chud is taking my coverage, like, hugely personally. Like, I don't think it's going to burn the bridge forever between us. I think it'll be a bit salty for a while, occasionally, and if anything happens to me, you can make damn sure that he'll jump on that shit. But, but generally speaking, it's, like, not the worst. No, it's like, you know, this is understandable. Considering the situation he's currently in, and how stressed he must be and pissed off he must be. I think this is pretty fucking tame. I can see, I'm sort of bringing this up for the pure reason that I've been asked, like, I can see people atting me on Twitter about it. You can see why he sees it that way? Yeah, I can see why he sees it that way. Because from his perspective, it's like, from his perspective, he's going to be like, okay, so I think these DMs are fine. If Beckett's doing this, we'll come to some of what he said in Discord, but like, Beckett must be just going, okay, Nick's bigger, so he's hedging his bets. But the reality is, like, I was saying earlier about, like, audience overlap. The person I have most sort of, like, I would benefit most from is Chud. Let's just be realistic. Because Chud's audience is primed for shitter drama, which is almost exclusively what I do. So if I was really being that tactical, like super, like if I was like, okay, these two content creators are fighting, I need to pick a side YouTube. The side to pick is obviously Chud's. Because even in the worst case scenario where Chud gets burned by Nick, the parts of his audience that are into shitter drama are going to be much more interested in watching me than Nick's audience in general is going to be interested in watching me. It's just, you know, if we were being tactical about it. But anyway, that's like, Chud probably doesn't see it from that perspective, but, you know, I've got my own thoughts. We'll talk about them. The group chat was leaked. So we are going to talk a little bit about it. Maybe, actually, hold on. Do I have it up? Give me a sec. Because, like, actually, no, we probably need to do that second. Okay, sorry, I was just checking it. Also, Kai Rise with the 2. Speaking of iDubbbz, he's a dragon now. What the fuck does that mean? Thank you for the 2. Space Station member for 10 months. No comment, no comment. Much appreciated. Random web user with the 5 gifted Cope and Season memberships. Thank you so much, buddy. I really, 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 really fucking appreciate that. Please have a sticker, actually. Have a little chasing sticker. Dude, we don't... Listen, I love gifted memberships. We don't get enough of them. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay.
But, you know. Dude, bro, it's so ridiculous, bro. People are like, so... Dude, I know I wrestle just fucking around. Raped. But that's just like a comment. Do you know what I mean? It's a comment. It's not meant to be like, oh yeah, I want him hard indeed in a ditch. It's just like, yeah, he's just a coward. He's just like a social climber, you know?
So when I first heard, because like when I was watching with Falji, I heard that Chud had called me a social climber. I was really annoyed. I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I think of all the things that I've not done, one of them is social climb, because I've like relegated myself to like shitter content. But then I actually saw his full take and I was like, yeah, fair enough, it's whatever. So I don't think I was even slightly annoyed. I think the reason that I'm not particularly, I guess, like frazzled or like I'm not... I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase this. The reason I find it really difficult to be mad at any of the comments Chud's making here is because in his other stream, the one that's now deleted, we'll get to that, what Chud said was, you know, Beckett's a social climber, he's clearly seen the way the wind's moving, because he's not a retard, he knows how this works. And it's kind of like, it's hard to be mad when, like, Chud's take around me is that I'm just being tactical. And while I disagree with that assessment, I what can I say? I mean, it's like, it's not like he's just sat here being like, Beckett's a low IQ retard. It's like, no, it's like, it's the way the wind's blowing. And there are elements of that with any drama. You size things up. I'll be honest with you, if I was really being tactical, if I was really like, okay, I need to maintain these relationships, I wouldn't have gone live at all. I would have been like, fuck, man. I'm going to go and hide in a ditch. And if anyone asks me about this, I'm going to vague post about it and be like, oh, I don't know what's going on. That's super fucking crazy, guys. Because that would, like, again, in a situation like this, taking no stance is probably the easiest thing to do. And I know that some other people are just taking no stance and just going, I want nothing to do with this. Grey Knight with the 5, hooray for bonus stream. You are very welcome, buddy. Welcome in. Kabosh with the, I guess, like, fist bump pair. Thank you for the 3. Star Sprinter member for 18 months of modding. I appreciate your views on Mr. Piker, by the way. My job has me realizing that I'm cleaning up a mess that BreadTube and Bread Twitch streamers created here. Yeah. Kai Rise with the 5. I mean what I said. iDubbbz is a VTuber dragon and Anissa is a goblin. I can't make this up. Holy shit, what the... Okay, maybe I will do an iDubbbz stream at some point. What the fuck is going on? Dude, I knew it was a furry. Truski with the member for 13 months at Coping. Chud is just a wounded animal flailing right now. I mean, dude. It's, again, like, I've been in dramas where, you know, the walls feel like they are closing in a bit, right? And it is, it is amazingly stressful. Kai Rise with 2. Maybe Anissa is an imp, I don't know. Dude. Are you, like, walking that back because you're like, maybe the goblin things will be seen as, like, some fucking slur or whatever? Dude. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, it is very, as Nicholas would say, gay into community drama. But obviously, you know, you got to respond.
Yeah, this is, yeah. I've got just no issue with this take. I've just got no issue. Again, I disagree. I disagree with my motivations. But considering I did a 7-hour stream on him, you know, I think this is fairly fucking tepid, really. iDubbbz streamed with Cinderella. Okay. Thank you for the 2, Archer. So, anyway. So, I thought that was a useful clip. I was actually going to go and grab it myself. So, it was nice that Maggots is making herself useful as a hater for actually sending me stuff. Like room temps been like posting a load of shit. I've seen a load of other people posting like shit from that side about me. And,
Yeah, dude, Beckett is just...
there's been a load of random shit like that, but I'm just it's just like it's kind of just whatever, really. I think it was funny. I was told we swept too hard for Chud, and we were too hard on Chud by people on both sides. It's curious, and I wish people the best. Yeah, this is the problem. It's like everyone's like looking for like what's the angle? What's the angle? What do people have to gain, bro? It's really, some of this is just not that deep. I mean, again, I haven't sat here. I'm not at the level Nick is by any means. I'm not like, I am never gonna talk to Chud again. It's whatever. It's very whatever. I mean, again, I think he has made missteps with this shit. I'm not particularly impressed by the DMs. We can disagree on this, but that's how I see the DMs. Actually, you know, it's kind of interesting. I was thinking about this with my own DMs. I was like, if you leaked my DMs, what would you find? And I was thinking about the group chats I'm in and like the general things. But I think one of the like issues that's coming up around the disparity between Chud's private communications with Nick and his public statements on stream and his like the way he talks in the group chat, and we'll come to the group chat, is it's like the complete reverse of what I would expect. Or what you'd like, because like, okay, let's say you're fucking annoyed at somebody. Let's say you've got like, you're like, okay, this is like pissing me off a bit. It's not like world ending, but it's like you're annoyed, right? So usually the people, when I'm annoyed at somebody, it's like they're like, there's a conversation somewhere, or like where it's like they'll know that I'm annoyed at them, or like they've done something, I'm like, okay. But in public, it may just be fine because it's not a big deal, or it's a personal thing, or it's like, it's not like blowing something up. It's like the complete fucking opposite of the way Chud's acted. Because if you're really nice to somebody in DMs, you're like, yeah, man, everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's chill. But then the public stuff is like completely separate to that. It just makes you look like you're fucking lying in the DMs. Guy Rides with the 2. No, I misremembered. Sent a video showcasing it. Okay. Like, you know, I guess it depends on the group chat. Like, one of the ones I'm in, like with Valgy, like we're all like taking shots and snipes at each other all the time. And that's the way that group chat looks. You know? Everyone's sort of taking the piss out of each other. Other group chats are a bit more professional. Quote unquote professional for a YouTuber, I guess. But it really just depends. It really just depends. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's talk about Reddit. Yeah, let's talk about Reddit. The real runner is Chris the Arc, bro. Chris never just dude. Chris is just dead. It's ridiculous. I miss my bro. I say that, I talk to him like every day, so I don't know what I mean. Okay. So this is from Clipped Live, like whatever ago today. Chud Logic was molding about Beckett's coverage of the Diorio bridge burning in spicy chat this morning. Was Beckett doing the whole make it sound like I was being fair, but actually I'm just siding with Nick because he is bigger and that is more beneficial / I don't want to upset him. Shit, haven't watched a second of his coverage. Getting troubling reports that Becky has been telling people I was dishonest in the Tea Party group chat at Justilk. Any comments on this? Just wondering where Beckett, felt I was being dishonest. Now, we're going to talk about this. We are going to talk about this. So, I guess I can answer that question. But I found this very funny. Now, I want to be clear. I don't give a shit at all in any way at any level. This isn't a meme. This isn't like... I don't care that Chud said anything about me in fucking spicy chat. What I care about is 2 things. Firstly, during my coverage, I said it was kind of retarded to go at Diorio for, like, talking shit in his Discord when every creator seems to do this, except for me, because I'm better than all of you. And this is Chud talking shit in his Discord. This just the fucking irony of it. Just the fucking irony of it is like it's fucking so stupid. It's like isn't this the thing? Isn't this the thing? Becky, you're just scared of your server? Dude. I fear no man, but that thing, that scares me, yeah. So yeah, I just found this very funny. I just thought this was funny, and it's not really molding. I mean, it's a bit moldy, isn't it? But it's not really. It's not really. But I found one of the reasons that I found this so funny was just because, like, again, I probably wouldn't have gone live if I hadn't had so many comments about, like, oh, this is why Beckett's doing this. This is Beckett's motivation. Bro, we'll come to that. Because there's a comment from somebody else that actually managed to annoy me. It's only one, but I was just like, dude, this is so gay. So the comments are actually quite nice. Good lord, Beckett was more than fair and did his best to see both sides. Beckett is the last person to side with somebody because they're bigger. Chud later, like, actually, I did say this on Falgy, and I did say this on Falgy. I don't know if this has ever been public. It's probably a bit public now, as I said on Falgy, but, like, I don't know if this was public at the time. During the Destiny stuff, before the Destiny tweet DMs came out, because I was chatting to Dioria, so I knew these existed, and one of the reasons that I was one of the reasons why I didn't have a hold of these DMs, the Pixie DMs, and the reason that like I ended up getting them from Sunday in the end, is because the people in commentary who had them didn't want to give them to me because I had said explicitly that I would release them. And like it was sort of like there were people who were saying to me around this time within commentary, Dorio was one of them. These DMs just can't be released. Just like you can't just drop them. That would be a terrible way to handle this. And like, however that turned out. But it is interesting that like, and this is why I said about the Destiny stuff. I was aware that making that video would do a lot of damage to me. Because, like, it's like, and to be fair, at the time when Diorio said that to me, he only had one of the DMs. He had one screenshot. He didn't have the full thing. He didn't have anywhere near what I had when we ran around to January. But I knew the feelings of people around this shit, and I still did it. So when it comes to like the question of would I do something that pissed off Diorio if I thought it was the right thing to do, or if I thought it was a principal position I wanted to take, or yes, I've done it. I've literally done that. The opinion I was interested in with the Destiny DMs wasn't Nick's, it was FPS Diesel's. Ivy member for 3 months and modding. Show the cat I sent you, Balding Crab. I'll show him at the end. He is very cute. Metalman with a 5. Beckett, how can you destroy the beautiful friendship they had? I know, I'm a monster. I'm a monster. But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like if I've got a principal position where I disagree with Nick, I've shown with the Destiny stuff, with the, like, with the Ethan Klein stuff, with the contract, with the lawsuits, that I'll completely drop any tribal thing and just be like, nah, you're all fucking crazy. I didn't just quietly say, oh, I don't think I'm supporting the Ethan Klein stuff. I tweeted out and said publicly, anyone supporting these lawsuits is a fucking retard. I just, like, I'm not quiet about these things. One side is acknowledging you're actually being fair, the other is treating you like shit. Yeah, like, well, listen, I don't think they're treating me like shit. Again, like, I don't have any issues with what Chud said about me on stream. I think some of the fucking chatters are a bit fucking out of their minds. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Just got here, Beckett. Can you explain your thoughts on the Chud drama in one paragraph? Motherfuckers should have talked openly and honestly 8-9 months ago. And this is retarded. But yeah, that's my basic thing. And I don't think Chud looks good in DMs. That's where I'm at. You want a paragraph? If you want my full views, there's a 7-hour stream on the fucking shit. Beckett stole my takes. I haven't mentioned divorce once. Actually, I will say this. I had a lot of fun on Falji's stream last night going over this. I think I've been making a mistake by bringing other people onto my streams. I need to start jumping on other people's streams because I enjoyed that a lot more. Like I feel like whenever I bring people onto my streams, as much as I love having Toastify on, Falji on, like Vlad on, or whoever, I always feel like it's like I'm much more of a solo streamer. So I always find it really fucking difficult when I've got other people on. Like it's like the challenge for me to run content that way. It's quite fun being on Falji's stream for a couple of hours last night. It's been ages since I've done something like that. It felt like now recording-y. It was nice. Anyway, where are we? You want me to ban that Falji guy for trying to one guy you? Thanks, Penka. Penka's just angry because of how I pronounce Evangelion. Right. Anyway. Queeman is also pretty pissed off about it, according to Beckett. Queeman called Beckett an NPC. Did I say this or did Queeman say this? Queeman did call me an NPC to my face privately. I'm not mad about this. I just think it's really funny. Dude. Oh, dude. That was funny. Triton with the 10. Good shit, Beckett. Much love from the Dioria Discord. Also, still think it's pretty based. Your pre-stream music for the previous Chud VOD had Jeff Rosenstock playing. I almost missed it. Yeah, I had it on this one. I play him fairly regularly. It's usually bonus Ocean, but I fucking love Jeff Rosenstock. He's part of my just general day-to-day playlist. But, like, that one gets played a lot because it's in my sort of stream, like, pre-stream shit. But because he doesn't copyright any of his stuff, and he is super based. He's super based. Queeman really has a chip on his shoulder when it comes to Nick. It's so funny. It's like he just really fucking hates Nick, okay? Justo trying to catch Beckett in a call was so annoying. Extremely bad faith. It was funny he was getting bothered by chat making fun of him. I mean, like... I'm not going to say anything. But, like, I invited Just Elcon. I like talking to Just Elk. I would rather you guys hear the other side, even if the other side annoys you. So it's not just me giving my own, like, solo take. I want to make sure there's, like, fucking balance to this shit. It's so important to me. Because I could be wrong. Beckett would side with Nick because he's bigger. Beckett has never sided with people because they were bigger that I've seen. Hell, there was a time he had a lot of problems with Lio Convoy, still sided with Lio when Hopeless Peach's Google Doc claiming he was abusive was full of fucking nothing except proof she was abusive to Lio. I've never seen Beckett try to be anything but fair with his own opinion. I'm actually shocked by the amount of people, like, in this thread. I've never had so much Reddit defense, and do you know what? It was kind of nice to read this, but this is the one that I liked the most, okay? This filled my heart with joy. You know it's bad when you're now relying on Beckett's coverage to save your reputation. And that's from Willie Mac Show. Because Willie hates me. Willie hates my fucking guts. And that's fine. That's okay. But he didn't get away with it. I mean, to be fair, Beckett's coverage was very good. But even if Beckett doesn't just blindly run defense for Chud and then Chud to Queeman, whoever else. And Beckett's coverage has been the best of any commentator on this topic, though. And he's more transparent than you guys, too. Listen, nothing has filled my heart with joy more than being like Willie Mack giving a take and the other Redditors being like, I don't know about that, Willie. I think Beckett's been very fair in all this. I think he had the best coverage. I don't even care. It's just 2 comments. I don't even give a shit. I will take that. I will take that, face. RX7818 with the 5. Just got here any updates on the KP and Bonk saga? No, they've been quiet. Yin's, like, Bonk's been posting on their Yin account about some shit, but I haven't read it yet. It's nothing to do with me. I think the interview was the Hail Mary, and it didn't go anywhere, so I think Bonk might actually have given up this time. I had no idea Chud was now mouthing off about you. Lol, this feels like a bad step in this dumb beef you two have. Nah, it's really not. I mean, I've been saying earlier, like, again, I'm not even slightly bothered by Chud's takes. Like, I'm not upset by them. I'm not like, oh my god, how could Chud say that? It's, like, from his perspective, yeah, it makes sense to me why that's what he's saying. And frankly, after me doing 7 hours of coverage on him, if it's just a couple of messages out of Chud, I think he's being pretty restrained, right? I think, listen, grace where grace is due. I'll be honest with you, if I was in the middle of a big drama and somebody I was friendly with did 7 hours of coverage criticizing me, I think I'd have more to say than a couple of comments. I think I'd be fucking molding. I think I'd actually be tearing their throats out. So I think just be fair to Chud. It's like, I think this is one of the reasons I booted this up, because I'm getting a lot of comments of Beckett and Chud are going to war. I don't think that's the case, guys. I really don't. I just feel like it's, you know, whatever. Hey, Hellbent, how you doing? Magical Raccoon with the 2. Can we get a TLDR on why Kooky doesn't like Nick? I don't know who. Oh, Kwee doesn't like Nick. So Queeman doesn't like Nick because he thinks that Nick is disingenuous and basically just in it for whatever's popular. And I think one of Queeman's core criticisms of Nick is that he's like, even when he's like going after people, he'll wait till the last moment, and then go for them when it's like the safest thing to do. He won't be completely honest and forthright when he's pissed off at somebody. Publicly, he'll wait, and like, yeah, there's lots of little things. I think his basic attack on Nick is that he thinks Nick is a coward. So that's it. Kai Rise with the 2. It's funny when chat gets on people's nerves, lol. Indeed it is. Priestess with the 2. Beckett, shout out the nosy bitch that sent you this. Oh yes, Priestess is the one who sent me this shit, isn't she? Aren't you? Thank you. I'm shocked that Nick has such a strong, not big but dedicated core of 20s hate them. I'm not. Like, this is, look, as you grow as a creator, people like a lot of former fans are gonna hate you because you changed. He thinks Nick betrayed his principles. Yeah, that's also true about Quaven for Nick. Thank you, Hellbent. And content creators do change. I said this when Nick was talking about like the lawsuit stuff, right? Nick's take around the lawsuit stuff was, you know, I don't agree with some of this. You know, obviously, like, we shouldn't be fucking with DMC. But, like, yeah, like, using wholesale stuff or not providing enough reaction, there are lines to this. And Nick was like, well, if you just take my stream and re-upload it, I'll strike you. Because, like, you're taking money away from me. That's content that I'm making. Now, Nick and I have vastly different views in this. I've had somebody, like, the Clip channel, Clip and Seed, that does clips of these streams, and they're awesome. I was like, no, I want a Clip channel. But, like, lots of other times, people have re-uploaded my content, and I will never strike it. I don't care. It's fine. Because I view as, like, ecosystem. This is a very core principle to me. I don't really care whether somebody takes content and wholesale re-uploads it to a channel. I still think you shouldn't strike it as a YouTuber. I think that we are all walking such a fine line with DMCA. Nobody should ever rock the boat. It is a hardline position. I am very, very extreme on it. It is certainly not a mainstream position, but that is my position. And so the minute Ethan Klein started suing people over the copyright stuff, I was just out. There's absolutely no way I could support it. I was fully on Ethan's side before he did that, and I was like, I don't actually care what else is going on. This is an ecosystem issue, and if anyone should know that, it is Ethan Klein. That was my view, and that's when I was off the boat. I can't imagine being this obsessed with what other creator covers. If you don't like it, don't watch him. Yeah, I mean, I agree with this. Like, again, I just don't watch Nick when he does Ethan Hassan Destiny stuff. I watch him when he does other things. Like some of like occasionally like Nick will be covering something I'm like into, or be covering community stuff. I watched him cover some of the Parlo things. Yeah. He's just doing more mainstream stuff, and I'm not really watching. I watch shitter streamers these days. When I said this the other night, I'm watching like Himpleton and Dickers at the moment because they're doing like shitter drama that I'm interested in. You know, I don't watch that much Chud. Chud does too much mainstream drama for me. Right? Do you think you'll cover Caleb Hammer, D'Angelo stuff? I think you might draw. I really want to. I meant to do it this week. It's just been really busy. I'll have to do it over on Kick. It's a members stream, and I don't trust Caleb not to strike me. So, and I feel like I've fought enough copyright strikes recently, if I'm completely honest with you. But I would like to cover it. So I'll probably do it over on Keck. Just for fun. Hamilton's Day of Reckoning shall come. It did come. He has risen, okay? Okay, so now one of the things that Chud said here was getting trouble reports that Becky has been telling people that I was dishonest in the Tea Party group chat. So let's talk about the Tea Party group chat. So so this bothered me. I'm in the Tea Party group chat. I don't post very often. In fact, the last time I posted anything here, Keemstar was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" It's like, Keem, you added me, but never mind. That's fine, whatever. I haven't spoken to Keem in like a year and a half, so that's not surprising. Hipster commentary, so true. Thank you for the 2, Archer. So this is just a section of the Tea Party group chat, and this is what actually annoyed me. So when this happened, when this went down, it's like the day after Nick and Chud have talked, right? They've had the DM conversation. Nick's like, I'm probably going to cover it. And Chud has also said, and this is the important thing, he said to Nick, yes, that was a shot at you. Yes, that was about you. So I'm going to go over it tonight on stream. The girls definitely knew Tom. People have corroborated certain stuff, but I think the bulk of the serious shit is unproven. Just remember, if you don't have a video prepped at 8 a.m. on Thursday morning, you're already sweeping and rapes in Hassan Piker. Lol, yep, I saw that. Wow, dude, sweeping for yourself from Oggy, Xylee, lol. And then Nick, no, dude, I love basically having an audience swung into me. It's so fun. Now, look, there is one particular part of this response from Chud which really annoyed me. Bro, stop being such a whiny F-slur. Holy fuck, man. Not everything is about you, dude. Now, here is my issue with this response. I don't think it's like... I think it's... Okay. It goes back to what I was saying before. If you are like there needs to be some consistency in your DMs. And now Chud is in front of other commentators in this group chat. And the only way Nick can really push back and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Is to leak his DMs with Chud to the group chat, which he can't do. And it's like you pin Nick into a corner that like, because it's a different conversation that's happened off the record. It's just like this disparity bothers me. It bothers me because I saw this happening live and I had no idea that Chud had already gone. And like, you can go back and watch my coverage of some of this where I'm like, I agree with Chud, by the way. I think it is weird that the small video essay channels and the Daily Slop channels haven't covered it. I think that is weird. I think if it was anyone else, I still think this, by the way. I think that like people like who put out this slop content would have something out immediately, even if it was just to report that it was happening. That didn't happen with Tom. Pretending, like, again, that is obviously a bit sweepy. It's, we need to wait. This is Turkey Tom. We need to wait for what'll happen. But Nick actually wasn't in a position really to do that. And Chud was saying it in reference to him. He's admitted this in DMs. So yes, this is what annoyed me. This is what bothered me about the group chat, is this specifically. It's this first response where you've already said to Nick that it was about you. Yeah, this bugs me. This bugs me. And it bugged me like when it twigged in my brain when I saw Diorio show those Twitter DMs between him and Nick. Him and Chud. It twigged in my brain. It annoyed me. In fact, when this clocked on stream, you can go back and check my coverage. I pause, I tell you to go and like talk amongst yourselves, and I DM'd this to Diorio. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? Why didn't Nick call him out on it? I don't know, man. I fucking would have done. My exact response would be, that's not what you said to me in DMs yesterday. And I know there's some cope about this. It's like, it's not everything is about you. I'm not saying it's not about you, but it's not everything is about you. I'm like, dude, Chud is going back. Like, Chud is covering himself. Because even he is admitting that he made, like, he jumped too early. And because he jumped too early, he has to work to rewrite them, to, like, clarify quite a lot. Where he's like, well, I was saying it was about video essay. Yes, but that wasn't the direction you were going in originally, and you know it wasn't. I just feel like own the position. Just please own the position, bro. And he's sort of painted himself into a corner. I would unironically probably be way more like on Chud's side if he just owned the position and be like, it was about you, because I'd expect you to sweep Nick. Like, even if he's wrong, for the Knicks fans in the audience, and again, I wouldn't expect this. I'd expect Dioria to go live with it. But if Chud's like, I expect you to sweep, just fucking say that. Just be like, prove me wrong. Go live with it. Because, like, listen, have the fucking blowout, bro. But it's stepping over the line and then trying to walk back. That's why I'm annoyed. That's why I think this is a little bit dishonest. That's why I'm bugged here. This in particular annoys me. So yes, that's it. That's what's clicking in my head. Okay, and it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like world ending. I'm not on the same page as Tommy C. I don't think Chud should be burned from like everywhere, and no one should ever talk to him again. But like, this bugs me. This bugs me. I quite like public and private to be consistent. And if you say something in private and you get caught on it, just own the position. Just own the position. This has happened to me before. Where it's like, you said this thing in private. Yes, and I'll say it in public if we really need to. That's fine. That's how I feel. Just own the fucking position. And I think that some of the shit that Chud is getting is down to him not owning the position. Is that fair? Is everyone on the same page with this? Does anyone disagree with me or think that's unfair? Is anyone confused by this? Am I explaining this well? I really want to make sure, because this seems to be a point that is like passing some people by. I'm getting questions about it. So if anyone's like, I don't really know what you mean. I don't know why. Like, I will continue to go over this. I will loop on it if I fucking have to. Well, you're in the wrong game if you expect privacy. Yeah, like, look, what we say privately as content creators probably isn't that private, okay? You expect, like, look, the people I talk to, I expect rumors to start or somebody to let something slip. Moody Morgan, where were you? I didn't see your point above. Okay. Moody Morgan, retype it and I'll just keep an eye out. Or copy and paste it, I don't know. Yes, Chud jumped the gun initially, but other than when did being called a sweeper equal being stabbed in the back? It's a credibility attack. Like, look, we can... I know Chud has said, well, who cares if you're called a sweeper? Now, look, I'm probably a bit more... because of the shit I dealt with last year, I'm probably now a bit more sort of immunized. It's kind of like being called racist at this point. I'm like, if someone called me a sweeper, I'm like, oh, is it Tuesday? Chud seems captured, TBH. Thank you, your Nightmare Games member, for 5 months. Much appreciated, 07. But nonetheless, it's a really... It's not actually a nothing accusation. You being a sweeper is not a nothing accusation. It is... Your commentary is like doesn't have any real value because you're just going to give a take that's going to like protect your friends or protect your biases. Oh my god, the part about him not sweeping was about Nick. The post wasn't about Nick. They were in Discord talking about Pegasus and all the slot channels. It's super easy to understand. Where Wait, hold on. The part about him not sweeping was about Nick. The post about Nick, they were in Discord talking about Pegasus and all the slop channels. It's super easy to understand. Okay, I'm completely lost on like whatever Morgan's point. Okay. About him not sweeping was about Nick. The post wasn't about Nick. They were in a Discord talking about Pegasus and all the slop channels. It's super easy to understand. Sure, but it's not really just about the post. It's about it's about the comments made on stream, right? See, the part of the problem is that you're coming off the back of the fact that Nick is being accused, not just by Chud, but by a general hate community of being dishonest in his takes because he's like protecting this larger audience he's gained through the Ethan Klein stuff. There's like, and it, like, I don't know, it feels like so much context is trying to be stripped away from all this shit. Where it's like, well, is that exactly what I said? It's very debate bro-y. It's like, there is an element where you can read between the lines to what people are saying. It's like, obviously you mean this. I would be less annoyed if you just owned the fucking position. It's and that's where I sit with stuff. They were asking if there was a reasonable distinction between his tweet and what he said on stream. I mean, the problem is he said the stuff on stream first, and then it seems like he said the stuff on stream first, directed that particularly towards people like Diorio and people who were friends with Tom in particular, and then seems to have walked that position back because he realized that was too early to go. That's a misstep. Chud probably realized that's a fucking misstep. And you've kind of got a choice then. You can either apologize or you can double down and go, no, I did mean you. I'm glad you're not sweeping, but I thought you would. Because that seems to be what Chud was saying, right? And I'm not, I don't think you should be fucking annoyed at somebody giving a take that is an honest take that's just yeah, I just thought you were gonna fucking sweep. Yes, it's not about Nicholas. Some of it is. Some of it is about no one else like Pegasus and all the channels, not commentary. Sorry, I'm typing around 3 dogs. No, you're fine. Yeah, you can mean both, but the other additional channels don't fucking matter. What matters is what he said about and directed towards Nick. And what matters in this case is Nick has been told in DMs by Chud, yes, that was a shot at you. So he's still going to be pissed about it. Chud has to expect him to still be pissed about it. Right? That's not a nothing. Tom is being accused of serious crimes, and it's well, I expect... Publicly, you have most people did not know that Chud or Nick had issues. Most people had no fucking idea. So publicly, they see the potential of Chud Logic, friend of Nicholas Diorio, is calling out his friend for potentially sweeping, which can have impacts on how Nick's further coverage is then read. Yes, there are there's context and intricacies around this as to why Nick was annoyed, and I don't blame him for being annoyed. Chud DM himself says it's about Nick. Publicly, he's trying to cover himself. Yeah, and I think that's covering the walking backs, what I have an issue with. And again, I know we're getting autistically detailed with this, but Chud asked the question. It's fair enough of why this in particular annoys me. Now, again, my reading of this could be off. Could be off. And it could not be, it might be not Chud's intention. It may not be how Chud meant it. But it annoyed me because that's how it reads to me. And I'm not going to apologize for seeing it this way in the context of the further DMs with Nick. Obviously, that's how it looks. And, with everything else there, of Chud being well, yeah, this seems like your coverage about Ethan Klein is, unfairly favorable or whatever it was. Yes, there is wider context there. Chud clearly has the opinion that Nicholas is dishonest with his coverage. I'm not even talking about audience influence here. I'm not talking about anything else. This is what Chud has said to Nick in DMs. I only get my drama content from Just a Robot 3 months later and worse than everyone else do. That'd be such a good way to, like, consume drama. Oh, bro, have I ever shown you Food Shop's video on the Destiny drama? We might watch that later, because we are doing eclectic stuff tonight. Yeah, all I know was public, like the Tommy C drama. I had no idea that Nick and Chud had issues before this stuff, yeah. People have to remember Nick is Tom's best friend in commentary, and for those who hate Diorio, this was their shot to kill him. Yeah, it would have taken down multiple people. Potentially, anyway. Especially if they swapped. Just to go with the two. I'm late, what are we talking about? We're just going over loose ends and shit that's happened. But, like, even, you can see this if you go and watch the panels on Turkey Tom. Even people like me, who are not friends with Turkey Tom, but, like, I've spoken to the dude twice in my entire life. It's, like, I was worried about looking like I was sweeping, despite the fact that you can go and watch the Dickers panel, and I clearly don't believe these women. I clearly don't fucking believe them. And I was worried about the response I was going to get, especially because of all the, like, sweeper accusations that I've been getting over the last several months. I just didn't want to deal with it. So yes, this stuff definitely has an impact. Like, and we're kidding ourselves if we say it doesn't. Now, it reaches a plateau. Like, if anyone wants to come to me now and go, Beckett's sweeping, like, who fucking cares, right? Like, it's day ending with why. But, nevertheless, I think Aiden's done me a favor. Maybe Aiden deserves some flowers, because if Aiden hadn't been doing this shit for an entire year, maybe I'd be more vexed by it at this point. Sapient with the 19 months. Yes, for food shop 10. Yeah, we might do that later. I've got something else. We're going to talk about Hot Wheels a little bit. Not many of you won't know who that is, but as a preamble, the creator of 8chan recently died, which is, like, fucking crazy. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. But yes, it's basically this is basically my frustration with this. There's any further questions before we move on? See, Nick needs to man up like you and just take the label in stride. Look, I think that part of this as well, I will say one thing that Queeman said to me in a conversation, because I don't think he'd be mad that I said it. Queeman's point to me was, because we were talking about this, and I was like, I know that I'm not going to hear from Chud or Queeman in the same way that whatever Chud or Queeman say about me, I'm not going to DM them about it. I'm not going to do that. And Queeman said, don't you think that's a problem, though, Beckett? The fact that Nick would even DM Chud at all about any of this? Like, you wouldn't do that to us? And, like, if you did that, like, Queeman was like, if you did that to me, I'd fucking cut you off. I'd fucking go after you. And I'm like, yeah, I can see from that perspective why it's a little bit mismatched. But the reality is, all of us have existed in a space, which was the Twitch politics space, where the expectation was that if something happens to you, you are turned into content. And you can either walk it off, or you can burn your bridges. That is how Twitch poll worked by the end. Everyone has that expectation. It was not the expectation for commentary. It has never been the expectation for commentary from what I can tell. So, like, I'm kind of primed in a way that if, like, Chud talks shit about me or Queeman talks shit about me, I'm probably not going to fucking react to it. And also, like, look, not to stroke my own ego, but I'm fairly thick-skinned. I don't really give a shit. But I would consider myself an exception, not the rule. Most people are not like this. And part of the problem with this drama is I don't think that some of the people who are like this, who do content like this, and people like Queeman and Chud, realize how much of an anomaly they are. Most people, you talk shit about them, they will get annoyed and upset with you and burn bridges. That is the normal human reaction. I don't know why we're pretending like that's what normal people do. We are not normal people. That's actually, that's part of the reason that we're still fucking around. The people who were normal from the politics space all fucking, like, killed their channels and crashed out. You are, in fact, a clown on the internet named Cope and Sid, yeah. So Beckett confirms Nick shouldn't be online, got it. No, it's not, because it's not the standard. Look, you can make content like this, but you're gonna get, like, fucking relegated to being a troll channel. there is the additional thing that while I wouldn't expect that, like, to hear from Chud or anything else, like, if I started, like, I've said this before, if Chris the Narc started talking shit about me, I'd message Chris the Narc. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? We're friends. Because because we talk all the time and we're close. Right? At the same time, like, I don't know, with people, I'm trying to think with, like, people like Vlad, you have messaged me about takes before. I've messaged you about takes before when we've disagreed on things. So it's not like there's no DMing that happens. Actually, why the fuck am I responding to Vlad? Vlad, you're a fucking X4chaner, Twitter, like, Discord troll. Obviously, you're also not normal. Like, yes. I feel if you dish it out, you should be able to get it back. I think a lot of this, again, depends on the relationship. Because Nick is not doing this with, like... I think that the reason Nick is even DMing Chud at all about half this shit is because they're friends. And that's a context that really matters. It's not just a creator relationship in Nick's opinion. Nick had a lot of time for Chud. That is a really important context to that. And not everyone is going to be like, I don't know, fucking internet troll. There's a reason I describe myself more as a shit poster than anything else. Because I am. That's sort of what I expect. But yeah. Nick never dished it out to Chud, though, because he believes he was his friend. Yeah, here's the other thing that's really important as a context here. And I said this about, like, what is Nick meant to do? I said this to, like, to Just Dog. Nick's only option with Chud taking shots publicly really was to take shots publicly back, which would have escalated it. And it must have been frustrating for Diorio, don't you think? To sit there, hear Chud say things and be like, okay, well, can I even respond to this? Nick is just as hamstrung by the friendship as Chud is claiming that he's feeling. Because there will be people in Chud's audience going, yeah, Chud, yeah. Nick Diorio is cocksucking Ethan Klein, and Nick has to sit there and go, what the fuck am I meant to do with this? Am I meant to go live and go talk about my friend to a far larger audience and go, I don't know why Chud's talking about this, guys. I think the Ethan Hassan stuff is great. Are you the audience sucking Ethan's cock? Because that would have led to a fight. So, like, again, it's a lose-lose situation for Diorio, and not really one that he created, in my opinion. Beckett, hear me out. Nick talks mad shit about everyone but cries over fat jokes. Like, sorry, I don't care, this gay and pathetic. Dude, I don't think it's the fat jokes that bothered him. I've made Diorio fat jokes. I've made Diorio fat jokes for years. And you know what? He's never cared. I've made them to his face. Gelded with the 5. Beckett, sorry, I'm rereading shit. You know? Only 40 likes. Bold Beckett fell off. Dude, I never beg for likes. You can like the stream or dislike the stream. You can subscribe. You can not subscribe. It's a free country. Well, you know, England isn't, but America is. Nick blocked me for defending him. Look, here's the thing with Diorio on Twitter, by the way, and this blocking shit. If you want to get unblocked by Diorio, go and subscribe to him. And he's been doing this. He has been like, I don't like this narrative where it's like, Diorio's changed. He blocks people on Twitter. He was blocking people on Twitter 4 years ago. What do you mean? He has held this standard of, if you annoy me on Twitter, you're going to have to pay me to annoy me 4 years now. Long before the Ethan Hassan Destiny stuff. He has been doing this consistently for years. This is not new. People need to stop pretending it's new. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just what Nick does. He thinks it's funny. Just a girl with a 5. I have no clue who either. I'm just here for the memes. Listen, the memes are great. But yeah, he's like, just subscribe to me. Because you got to remember as well, for a long time, Nick basically took a 2-year break from making content and was just on Twitter pissing around. It might have been the implication that Nick was playing I can't pronounce that tonight. Maxwell for the Night Rapist. That might have been the last straw and not the fat jokes. The last straw for Nick was very obviously, you're calling me, like, preemptively calling me a sweeper while one of my oldest friends in the space is being accused of serious crimes. That was obviously the final straw for Diorio. Can we talk about the cartel? Do you mean the Mexican cartel attack? That, like, because I read a little bit about it online. Not really, I don't fucking do. Go watch Queeman if you want politics stuff. 8 hours after the last DMs, yeah. This is the thing. It's just like it's such a disconnect with this group chat stuff. And again, I'm just asking the question because it's been asked by Chud. Sorry, I'm just answering the question because it's been asked by Chud. So that's it. It's nothing more complicated than that. It's nothing more complicated than that. I hate Queeman. Look, I defend Queeman more than literally anybody else. I defend Queeman more than Chud, and I don't do it because I'm scared of Queeman. I don't do it for any other reason than I like Queeman. So, like, I think Queeman has a lot to fucking offer, and I think he also gets a poor rap, which is partly his fault. But, like... He didn't call him a sweeper. He said he might sweep, like a pre-game prediction. I think that, again, if he had... Moody Morgan, if he had doubled down on that, I wouldn't have an issue. If he had doubled down on that and just said, I did call Nicholas Diorio a sweeper. I thought he was going to sweep. Everything about the way Nick's been acting makes me think it's going to sweep. I wouldn't have an issue. I wouldn't have an issue. I'd actually be like, based. Thank you for saying that. Because that is, like, again, I've made pre-game predictions, however you want to put them, and they've been wrong. But I've just gone, yeah, that was my pre-game prediction. Nice to be surprised. But like, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He said, well, I don't know why everyone's saying it's about Nicholas Diorio. There's plenty of video essays, which, again, I agree with him, who have not covered this. He shifted the goalposts when he realized it was a bad take. I used to watch Queeman, but the little shit will go Denim's tier quiet, so I have to check back to make sure the stream isn't buffering. Without his wiggly, you can never tell. Listen, Queeman streams have always had a lot of dead air, okay? He's always been like this. He's a great archival stream at certain points. But yeah. Look, and again, guys, I cannot stress this enough. I don't hate Chud Logic. I don't hate Chud Logic. Nick might. And I think Chud is in the wrong in this. I don't hate Chud. You know? I like the guy. You know? I had brunch with it. Like, I'd said this so many times. I had brunch with him a few weeks ago. I like the guy, okay? Obviously, I like the guy. I've known him for years. Also, is it worth me addressing the Fallout stuff? Maybe it's worth me addressing the Fallout stuff. Because this got brought up. I said on my last stream... not my last stream, but on my Chud stream, that Chud and I fell out years ago. I've heard loads of, like, conspiracy theories about this. So I can't tell you why we fell out. For reasons that will become clear in a second. But basically, it was nothing to do with Star. It was nothing to do with Chud's coverage. It was something that happened privately, which I, in particular, took quite personally. I don't think Chud meant it in that way. Chud didn't snake me, and I wouldn't describe it that way, but it did really, really, really fucking piss me off. This was back in 2023, by the way, so I was still dating Star for another year after this. Chud Logic did not cause my fucking breakup, okay? And the reason that I ended up forgiving Chud... The reason I ended up forgiving Chud, by the way, was fucking Nicholas Diorio. Because when I was brought into commentary, by Xylee, my bestie, and Matt Pitt. And I was really open at the time. I was like, fuck, man, like, Chud really annoys me. And I can see that he's kicking around, and they were like, you know, Nick was like, no, Chud's great. So over time, and like Chud then also, I can't remember what the fuck it was that we were that he was covering, but it was something I was involved in, and he was nice about me on stream, and I was like, I need to get over this grudge, because this is fucking retarded on my part. So I got over it. But that's about the long and short of it. I have actually and for those wondering, I've spoken to Chud about it, by the way. So yes, it's not like it's really not a major thing. You know, it's just years ago. It's more common on the fact that Chud and I have fallen out in the past. That's better. Okay. The Chud fallout starts because he called ACC drama gay. Joke. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm used to Chud making like snipey little shots at me. In the same way that I make snipey little shots at him or anybody else. It's just whatever. But it's kind of environmental. Anyway, let's move on to this. Because fuck me, that's enough talking about the group chat. Now we're gonna go to the like fucking, I don't know, a bit of Chud defense, I guess. Chud's stream was taken down. Now, I do not believe that anybody who exists at any point of the at any part of the commentary community would have reported Chud's stream. And I do not believe that anybody who watches me or like Nick or anybody else who actually is a fan would possibly have reported this stream, because it would be so against the like fucking values that all of us promote. However, I think it, you know, it may well have been caught by the YouTube AI, and I know Chud's had issues with it before. But I do want to say this: if anybody watches any of this fucking interpersonal drama, it's like, I need to report Chud Logic's videos or channel or whatever. You are a retarded, useless waste of human garbage. People who go after people's channels to try and have the people they don't like taken down are useless fucking scum. Every single one of them. It's very, 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 very simple. We do not do any of this. Like, no one avows this shit. Everyone fucking hates it. Definitely could see H3 fans doing this. Okay, I mean, actually, I've got my own thoughts. Actually. About who might have done something like this. I hope it's just the YouTube AI, but I've got my own theories. But yeah, this is incredibly fucking gay. I hope the video gets reinstated. It should get reinstated. This is, as much as anything else, even if I was actually like pissed at Chud or something, this is ecosystem stuff. They got his second channel today. What do you mean they got his second channel? What, they got his second channel taken down? Did they actually? Shamu, what the fuck? Is Chud Nor gone? No, Chud Nor's still there. What was this? What got hit? They got the stream age restricted. Lol. No, okay. Dude, this shit is ridiculous. I fucking can't believe it. I bet it's UTTP. They're as stupid as KP. I don't think it's UTTP either. Listen, I'm being very, very posty about it. I know, I apologize. Well, I don't really, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it, would I? But I've got my own theories. I don't think it's UTTP, though. While it was live, God, that's fucking gay. Just flagging an age restricted. That is fucking gay. Yeah, anybody pulling this shit, get a fucking grip. Okay? You know, as much as anything, I don't really get it, because you're just like, if you don't like Chud, why are you creating a situation where Chud is the victim? How retarded are you? Like, I don't understand this. It's completely fucking baffling. Baffling, bro. Anyway, hold on a sec. I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette, guys. Give me a sec. Oh. UTTP don't care about that part of the commentary community. No, they don't. It's not UTTP. I'd bet money on it. I had wondered if it wasn't Keem since it was his group chat leak. So whoever, no, it wasn't Keem. Okay, so I will say this about the group chat as well. There's a lot of shit said about that group chat where it's like, well, this was the group chat that Salvo leaked. So, you know, Keem's going to be, look, I couldn't leak those DMs because A, it wasn't my place to, and B, Keemstar would actually have kicked me. But I don't want to be removed from the group, okay? Because there's some funny stuff in there occasionally. But that said, Keem has said before about that group chat that he doesn't really care, and if you want to use it for content, go ahead. So I actually, the reason Salvo leaking the group chat was such a big deal is because this is post Salvo being kicked from commentary. He managed to get access to it, and he was trying to like leak the group chat to accuse the group chat of a load of things. If you're leaking the group chat for drama, I don't think Keem will give a single fuck. Okay? I don't think he'll care. I genuinely don't think he'd give a shit. I don't think he'll give a shit that Chud will do. In fact, I will be surprised if Keem even says anything or removes Chud from it. I don't think he'll care. Chud actually has every right to leak that group chat at this point. Because his DM, like, he started leaking DMs, the Diorios have leaked DMs, the group chat is relevant to the conversation, Chud has every right to leak it. Okay? Toad's not a fan of guy who blocks over jokes, lol. I know, Gilded. I know, buddy. God, sometimes it's like patting the head of my retarded child. Or my, like, little brother with Down syndrome. God, that's how I view Vlad, isn't it? Fuck. I don't mean that. I love you, buddy. That was also after Salvo doxed 2 people. Yes, it is. Also, guys, stickers from Pinker. Thank you so much for the 5. Thank you so much, guys. Please enjoy these stickers. I very much appreciate all of you. As always, thank you for coming and hanging out on a Sunday. We're having like a nice little chill Sunday session. Love to see it. Thank you. This is a bonus stream, so you don't need to try too hard with stickers, okay? If my goal will even reset. My YouTube's doing this weird thing where it won't let me reset the goal. It's very annoying. It's very annoying, guys. Let me send. Does that work? Maybe that'll work. I hate your creepy Oompa Loompa, Beckett. I saw somebody talking about the fact that I've turned into a rant Sona, and like, he's done this because he's joined the ACC. No, I literally just hate being on camera, guys. I always hated it. But, like, there's a really old stream somewhere with Kid Not Kin. No one will know who the fuck this is. Telling me I had to go back on camera because I would like a little crab rant Sona because I was like, for ages, I didn't want to be on camera. Sticker suppression, yes. That's crazy. I'm going to have to reload YouTube. Bro, I'm going to fight you RL. So true, Gilded. So true, Queen. Love to see it. Okay, here we go. And then we can get back to content. You gonna reset for me? Apparently not. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Right. We're done. Fucking hell. Okay, right. So, this is obviously bullshit. Don't report streams. Please don't report streams. I fucking hate this shit. Anyway, let's talk about the gayest person on the internet, Stale2000. Have you considered, like, not doing a really aggressive title like that? This feels like really fuck around and find out. Bro, what is wrong with this guy? I don't understand it. Like, he's like he's like stating things about like TOS. And, where was it? I posted, yeah, like, this. Chud called Nick a piggy in his title, so obviously YouTube had to remove it. Bro, how do you fucking function? And he responded with this. That is indeed how TOS works, yes. Do you know who runs these companies? The real world isn't full of delusionary commentary people, and your arguments aren't convincing to overpaid trust and safety employees in San Francisco, and they are the ones with the real power. Bro, you cried to Reddit CEO because you were banned for promoting a scam. You are the last person on the fucking planet who should be coming and talking to anyone else about TOS. You absolute mouth-breathing mongoloid. Are you fucking kidding me? Holy shit, bro. So, there was, like, he also responded again. People are saying that this is about some clearly risky joke, he said, not the title. My point still stands, and that point is, fuck around and find out. Yes, if you act as aggressive as Chud does, like all the time, you are eventually going to get got by TOS. Cry about it. Bro, the only person who's crying about it is you! You literally did an insane fucking video and you're trying to demand the release of the Reddit and Twitch files. Stale. Stay in your fucking lane, you absolute dweeb. Listen, I don't think I've ever called anybody a dweeb on stream before, but if anybody deserves to be called a fucking dweeb, it is this guy. Absolutely unbelievable. Please go and get fucking laid, you Destiny cock-sucking cock drip. Absolutely unbelievable, bro. Fucking hell. So he got torn apart. Dude. Dude. What an absolute fucking loser. No fucking way. Hold on, I just got sent something. He's on stream scripting a video about mass reporting / internet culture. What?
Groups like Anonymous, the infamous hacking group Anonymous.
What?
And in those communities...
New video scripting on mass reporting and internet culture. What the fuck? Bets on whether or not Mr. Wade is a Nick fan. No, he's a Destiny fan. He's a Destiny fan. This guy was wanted... He applied to be DGGer of the year. He's an absolute fucking retard.
We had one rule. Or not one rule. One of the rules was talk shit, get hit. Fuck around, find out. If you pissed off the wrong person... you're getting doxxed, bro. You're getting pizzas showing up at your house, and the reason, and this had some surprising benefits to having this.
Hold on, I'll read to you the first couple of paragraphs because it got sent to me. The armed society as a polite society in terms of service reports are exactly the metaphorical weapon that the internet desperately needs to make it less toxic. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a variety of drama-centric live streamers in what's called the commentary community. I know I'm reading this on the Discord, so bear with me. The dynamics of how these people and their communities interact with one another, the consequences of such, how the companies to what the internet was like in the past and what we do now. The internet and its toxic communities are different than how they were 15 years ago from personal experience. 15 years ago, I was involved in a variety of anonymous IRC communities. That is, Anonymous, the infamous hacking group that was DDoSing the Church of Satan websites, Church of Scientology websites, taking down websites that deplatformed WikiLeaks and even participated in spring revolutions by electronic... Oh my god, this guy is such a fucking loser, bro.
Kind of behavior.
I got ratioed on Twitter, so now I need to make a YouTube video. He is the living embodiment of a Reddit mod. It is unbelievable. How do you function?
And that is, people tended to be polite because they knew the smart people were cordial. The smart people were polite. The smart people knew to never escalate things over the top or piss off the wrong person because they knew, you know, this it's like in the anonymous hacking group, somebody could just own you. And I'm comparing that to modern internet communities, which have no form of pushback. They have no feedback loop. And you can be as toxic as you want infinitely on things that I think have real consequences. Like a lot of these things you call internet drama is... I think it has real consequences.
Internet drama's really serious, guys. Internet drama's really serious. He's being watched by 5 fucking people, one of whom is me. When did he start this stream? 2 hours ago? Oh my fucking god. Bro, like...
And we need to stop doing this. And so, the conclusion of my article, or my video that I'm making here is, okay, sure.
I'm gonna
let's-
watch
You don't
the
have to
shit
go
out of
back
that.
to the mass.
I'm gonna watch the shit out of that, like fucking, like hugging myself. This is fucking incredible.
Doxing era of Anonymous, where we DDoS you and we send pizzas to your house, or we harass your friends and family, even though
Wade is almost as badly, Balding almost as badly as Beckett, bro. Hurtful. Hurtful.
that had some benefits because it stopped the crazies from being so crazy. Instead, I support things like terms of service reports. I understand that it is a deadly sin, a very controversial thing to do a platform report for somebody who breaks the rules. I understand this is apparently
This reeks of I got pushed into lockers in high school. Yes, it does, just a girl. Hold on, Falgi said change topics now. Why, Falgi? What are we just moving on to? I mean, we're talking about stale anyway.
a gas beyond the pale to report somebody for breaking the rules. But there's another way to not get banned for breaking the rules, and that's you can stop breaking the rules. And so that's my argument here is, maybe people should be a little bit afraid. Maybe people, I'm saying that there needs to be more of a feedback.
Oh no, I mean it's a stale stream now. Yeah, he's sorry. Dude, this is so retarded. Oh yes, I'm actually listen. I know it's controversial to report people's platforms, but I think we should do that. Okay. Ragemonger with a 10 at 2026. Rise of the Jannies. No comment will go unmodded. This is unbelievable, bro.
There needs to be more of a voice in the back of your head, in the back of all these crazy people's heads, saying, "Wait a minute, maybe I should think about this a little bit more." I'm not saying you can't.
Your actions have consequences. You need to consider the consequences of your actions, otherwise we're gonna come after you. Me, ex-Reddit mod with 6 fucking viewers. Are you shitting me, bro? Dude. NRC with a 2. Remember, Stuffy and Steve Shives, it's later. True, dude, we'll get to it. This is
Can't
insane.
criticize people. I'm not saying you can't do, your commentary on drama stuff or whatever. It's just you should always have a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of being careful where you step, what you say, and being.
If you're mean to me on Twitter, I'm gonna be in this video, aren't I? I'm gonna be in this fucking video. This is so obviously he's molding about the fucking Twitter interaction. It must have pissed him off even more that I quote tweeted him and then didn't even talk about him again. I was just like, didn't tweet at him again. I was like, whatever. Artemis with the 5. I keep expecting this guy's mother to come in and yelling at him that he needs a girlfriend. Yes. Oh, dude, is this the person everyone runs offline? So this is the former head mod of live stream fails. He basically recently got removed by Reddit because he was promoting what was apparently, I say apparently because I don't know enough about it, a scam. And since then, he's like sort of like moved over to YouTube and he's like turning into like a fucking lolcow. And he's basically demanding, he's got a petition up to release the Reddit and Twitch files by the US government. It's fucking insane, bro.
Being aware that at any point somebody could, retaliate against you. That's the point. So yeah, that's the idea. Because I feel like this modern day internet, it doesn't have that feedback loop. And so you have these communities, you have these people who escalate infinitely forever, being extraordinarily toxic to anybody around them.
I'm sorry. The internet is so much nicer than it used to be. I know that some of you are probably too young to remember this. But I'm gonna do a thing me and Vlad do, which is basically old man scream at cloud. I remember when the internet was just like image boards and people screaming at each other and trying to destroy each other's like lives, sanity, and reputation. It really used to be the wild fucking west. Okay? The internet now is so much more controlled, so much more connected. There was a time when Reddit, do you know what Reddit used to be like? Reddit used to be a completely free speech platform. And that's why people loved Reddit. And then the fappening happened, where a load of celebrities' nudes were leaked on Reddit. And at the time, Reddit pushed back and said, this is a free speech platform. We want to keep them up. And were pressured by government, by the US government to remove them. And that's when Reddit started changing.
And nothing stops these people. Whereas back in the old days...
Also, you can tell people who are LARPers about this shit where they're talking about Anonymous in this day and age. Like, if you were in any way fucking serious, you'd be referencing, like, actually serious groups. Because Anonymous were, broadly speaking, just fucking script kiddies. Okay? The people with any talent got picked up. You know, you're hardly talking about fucking Lizard Squad or something. It's fucking Anonymous, bro. It was, can you DDoS something and maybe, like, change somebody's front page of a website? It's like, dude, like, bro, you don't have anything like Anonymous to hold people to account anymore. Bro, like, anyone who got serious is either now working for the FBI or sat in a prison cell, I'm sorry.
Of Anonymous.
Or became a white hat, I suppose.
Of these, in these, like, anonymous hacking forums that I used to be in, there was a feedback loop. And that's, you got freaking doxxed, bro. Talk shit, get hit. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't have to go back.
There was a feedback loop. If you talk shit, you were going to get doxxed. Bro, what? What the fuck is this?
Infinitely forever. Being extraordinarily toxic to anybody around them. And nothing stops these people. Whereas back in the old days, of Anonymous, of these, in these, like, anonymous hacking forums that I used to be in, there was a feedback loop. And that's, you got freaking doxxed, bro. Talk shit, get hit. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we don't have to go back all the way, but just...
I'm sorry, is the Redditor basically supporting 4chan raid culture? Is it... Dude, he may as well paint LARPer across his forehead. This is fucking sad, bro. The internet was incredibly dangerous. Source the former doxer and legit doxing POS. True, Slug. Thank you for the 5, buddy. How you doing tonight? Astrari, with a member for 11 months. He sounds like Syrax. Artemis with the 5. What happened to Aaron Swartz? Oh, dude. Thank you for the 5.
Hesitate. Think about what you say. It's not just content.
I can't believe that we're getting this shit the same day that Hot Wheels is dead. Do people know who Hot Wheels was? Former creator of 8chan. Like, did a lot of furry fat fetish art recently. But, dude, this guy's history is crazy. We might do a podcast episode on him. How are we going to have the announcement of the death of Hot Wheels on the same day as this LARPing motherfucker is talking about, like, in the olden days, we used to just dox people. Fuck off.
It's not
yeah,
just
Hot
drama.
Wheels is dead, man.
The internet is real. It affects people.
It's a dude bragging about being a doxer, apparently just a girl. That seems to be the case.
If you're a content creator calling everybody pedos, if you're making these massive accusations against people, that's a big deal. You can ruin lives that way. It can harm people. It can hurt people. And you don't get to play dumb when you, like, go over the top or extreme, attack everybody. You don't get to play dumb when somebody hits back. Because talk shit, get hit.
This is so fucking... Dude, this just shows how out of touch Stale is. People who do that and, like, launch accusations against people with no evidence and try and ruin people's lives, speaking as a channel that spends an awful lot of time debunking allegations and defending people who are innocent in cases where they have been falsely accused, the feedback loop actually already exists. And that's why you have shows like fucking Rape Review. Like, this is what, like, a lot of Chud and Nick and, like, even Lyric's content was. It was talking about false allegations. A huge amount of Turkey Tom's content is talking about false allegations. There are, like, we've just seen the ramifications for that with the Turkey Tom stuff. So that he's acting like there's no feedback loop. There's no feedback loop. Nothing happens to these people. Yes, it does. Look at Lewis McClung. Lewis McClung levied false accusations. It destroyed his channel. There were, like, Dogpack leveled false allegations against Mr. Beast. It destroyed his channel. He's had to go on the run. The idea that there are no consequences for this shit is one of the most retarded takes I've heard this year. Okay, well,
I think I just gave the whole thing. I'm calling for people to follow the rules. I'm saying that if somebody reports you to a platform, you're not going to get banned if you didn't break the rules.
Oh my god,
So
fuck
if
off.
you're afraid...
Firstly, weren't you complaining that you didn't break the rules and shouldn't have been banned? And secondly, that's not how YouTube works anymore, you dumb motherfucker. It's so much of it's run by AI now that you can not break the rules and be miscaught by a bot. This is just absolutely brain dead. Phoenix with a 5, having my doubts that he did any of what he's saying, just sat on the sidelines and pretended to be in the in-group. Said like someone who's not been hit. Yeah, dude.
If you're so worried about reports, maybe that says something about your content.
Yes, Falgy, totally correct. Lol, stale, you stupid fuck. You asked for the rules to be changed for you.
Maybe that says something about you, that you're spending your day worried about being reported. Because I can tell you...
Okay, look, and to be clear, this channel has been copyright struck, it has been privacy struck, it has been reported, and it's been fine. Because I personally am actually fairly careful about TOS. And I do read the TOS. I do check where, like, things are. But you'd still worry about mass reports. And I suppose at some level I'm slightly more confident because I know people have tried to take my channel down and it hasn't fucking worked. But yeah, like again, like look at like people like Just Ilk. Just Ilk's channel was taken down unfairly, for example. Chud, the stream that Chud put up should not have been taken down. I know apparently I have been told what it was taken down for. I don't think that that's actually a TOS violation. I think that's overly jumpy, and that's why I'm sort of... I can't tell whether it's an AI being overly jumpy or whether it was a mass report. His mic is looking cool at least. Oh, no, these mics are so gay. Sorry. Sorry, just a girl. It's like... This is the Twitch mic. This is the Twitch mic. This is the mic loads of Twitch streamers have because they replaced the fact they've got no fucking personality. I'm not reading that, Vlad. Thank you for the 2. They've got no fucking personality, so they replace it with a fucking shiny microphone.
Well, people do this like silly thing where they say like, "Oh, I was mass reported. I did nothing wrong." You did something wrong, bro. Okay, all of these people who get banned. I'm not saying that the exact ban that I got banned for is correct. I'm saying that you're in the gray zone already. If you're...
Bro, there is a story right now, and I can't remember the full details of this. There is a story of a YouTuber who took YouTube to court to explain their TOS. YouTube has lost in court in Europe. They lost in court in Europe. And there was like, there is no TOS violation. There's no actually, the channel, what you are pointing to is not a violation of your TOS. YouTube lost in court and they still refuse to reinstate the channel. You are just fucking wrong, Sale. You are an idiot. This is so fucking retarded. I'm actually kind of annoyed.
You're even in this area where you're even at risk of being banned. You're too far, bro. Like move back a little bit. You don't have to get right up to the line. You don't have to get, well, technically speaking, I didn't break the rule. I only, You don't have to do that. Just move back like 10%, 20%, so that you're safe, so that you're thinking about what you're saying and doing, so that you don't have to worry about reports. You shouldn't have to worry. If you're, like, unironically, you got nothing to hide, got nothing to worry about. I think I just answered this very directly.
He's a Destiny fan. You know Destiny breaks TOS, right? Like, if Destiny got mass reported and removed, would this guy be like, nah, fair enough, he just broke the rules? What? Slug with the 2. Thank fucking... well, I was banned wrongfully, yeah.
I very directly just said this. I answered all this. I'm saying no, I'm not supporting more harassment. I'm saying that harassment in the past had a feedback loop, and we need a new feedback loop. And I think that terms of service reports are that feedback loop. Okay, I think I just answered that. And I do not think that reports
YouTube is at least the most free speech platform, in my opinion. Unless you're Hassan or and it's Twitch, dude could murder someone and only get a day on his viewers, a day on his day off. Yeah, like, look, YouTube is pretty good. It's why I'm over here. Kick's easily the most free speech, though. Kick doesn't give a fuck. He's describing Destiny right now. Lol, bro lost his channel and made a bunch of cope streams about it. He would absolutely fold if you pressed him on this point.
Reporting somebody for breaking the rules is harassment. So, but I don't know how much more I can very directly say this. I just directly asked it.
Okay, we're just gonna loop on this shit now. Maybe we'll come back to this later. Okay, so I've got a couple more of these. Actually, it's appropriate we were talking about DGG. Because this guy is a DGGer. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with, like, DGGers and Reddit mods and this shit. It's like, lol, your name is perfect because you're in fact coping and seething currently. Online game. You will never say KYS. I agree. KYS, you're banned. It's like, imagine posting something like this. It's like, if you just followed all the rules and accepted that you are going to get, like, banned by companies, then maybe you wouldn't be having any of these problems. Why, yes, I do love the taste of this boot in my mouth. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Don't forget your goal. Oh shit, are we there? We're there. Guys, thank you so much for hitting the goal. Please enjoy these stickers. Sorry, I was railing at this fucking loser. Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable behavior. Thank you so much, guys. You're getting ahead of me. So this was just a little one. This, I just wanted to talk about. This is purely for myself. I can't stand these old F-slurs who think they're wise old sages just because they've been around forever. Resi is the same. It'd be a different matter if they even had a modicum of success. Now, this is in response to Room Temp. He's saying, while giving reasons why commentary food enthusiast Diorio wouldn't want to call into Shadow Logic stream, ArtCC Prophet Beckett can't help but mention negative audience reaction and having a bad time as mitigating. Now, this is actually clipped out of context, I believe, because I go on to say that I don't give a fuck about this, and it's one of the reasons I like going on Chuds. But anyway, we'll have a listen. They have a chance, right? Otherwise, why would they ever get on the fucking stream? And the truth is, I think a lot of people felt like if you get on a stream with Chud Logic, you're probably going to get ambushed by Queeman, or you're going to, like, have a bad time, or you're going to get ripped apart by the audience, and it's a no-win scenario. Now, they have a chance, right? Otherwise, why would they ever get on the fucking stream? And the truth is, I think a lot of people felt like if you get on a stream with Chud Logic, you're probably going to get ambushed by Queeman, or you're going to, like, have a bad time, or you're going to get ripped apart. Okay, so I just want to address this because I'm seeing a lot of, like, people who want to act like they were part of the old school or whatever. And it's like, Resi is the same. Bro, listen, I have been around. I know what this shit was generally like. And as for modicum of success, I think this channel, for a hobby channel where I stream sporadically, release videos sporadically, and kind of just fuck around, I think I've done fairly well, thank you. So, you know, like, as much as I love Resi is at like 60 viewers. So, I think the proof is in the pudding. I think the proof is in the pudding. Everything I said was going to happen has fucking happened. I called this shit, like, years ago for this particular drama. And, like, I'm explaining how these communities worked, which I was in and participated in. This is just for myself. It's just the cope from some of the, like, I don't know, weird fucking, I guess, Chud stands. I guess this is just Chud stand shit. It's so copey. They don't know what they're talking about. Really? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm very much sure I do. So I just listen, just for my own self, basically. I know this is very petty, but fuck you, dude. Anyway, Gilded with the 2. Resi is an idiot who needs to clean his room. Also true. Now, I've got one last thing with the Chud stuff. Last thing with the Chud stuff, I think. Dickers seems to be moving positions. I don't know what. I don't think this is a very interesting clip. Dickers apparently, well, talking about the Chud stuff, talked about his own experiences with Chud, and I came across this, and I was just like, it's interesting.
That was the fucking issue with that, okay? That was the fucking issue. Because after me and Chud finish with our fucking conversation, I'm going to go back for this, all right? Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go back for this.
So, Chud, to give you a bit of a preamble to this, Chud and Dickers over the Utterly Noah stream, Chud thought Dickers was the moderator for some reason. I don't know why Chud thought this, but Chud thought Dickers was the moderator, and basically got Dickers onto a stream to fucking berate him, and Dickers didn't just fold and was like, oh yeah, no, I was the moderator, I did a bad job. He was like, I wasn't the moderator, Chud. And they fought about this for 3 fucking hours. 3 hours. It is one of the most retarded things I have ever seen in my life. It was completely fucking it was insufferable. It was insufferable. Both of them by the end looked absolutely fucking terrible. And like, and then Chud boots up a stream the next day to bitch about Dickers and calls him like a fucking what did he call him? He was like a disingenuous rat. Like, Chud had clearly gone to bed and like slept for like 6 hours or whatever, and immediately woken up and being like, no, I need to fucking kill Dickers, and gone live again. And one thing that is funny, I will just, and this is just pointing out something that's funny to me, because I think it's ironic, is Chud is quite used to people coming on stream with him who are from the little orbit, and they just cave. They just cave. I've done this, by the way. I'm guilty of this, where it's like you don't want to. You just like you're not in the mood for a massive fight with Chud, and you just cave. And Chud is quite used to people doing this. He's got an aggressive audience. He can be aggressive. He's good at being aggressive. And Dickers, to his credit, just refused to do that. And I think Chud kind of got stuck in a loop where he didn't really know what to do. And that's fine, by the way. Like, everyone has those weird conversations. But I just think this in particular is funny. And I think it's very funny watching Dickers. Like, you know, I can see people looking at Dickers and being like, is Dickers switching sides? I don't think Dickers is switching sides. I think he just doesn't. I think Dickers' position is similar to mine, and he thinks that Chud doesn't look good in DMs. I think that's Dickers' hang up from what I can gather.
Me and Chud finished the conversation somewhat amicably. And then I believe, if you look at the times that he got off stream and then started stream the next day, he must have slept for about 6 hours, despite us coming to, I think, like a friendly close with the conversation, and then decided to go live the next day and do a Dickers snark segment at the start of his stream, where he clip chimps me, asks me, do you think it's reasonable that I thought you were the moderator? I say no. Another part of the conversation, he asked me, do you think it's reasonable that I thought you were the moderator? And I say, yes, clip! That's all you see. That's all you get to see, okay? Now the rest of that, as Chud knows, because don't forget, okay? Chud was complaining in the second half of that conversation about my provisos. That was the fucking issue with that, okay? That was the fucking issue. Because after me and Chud finish with our fucking conversation, I'm going to go back for this, all right? Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to go back for this. Me and Chud finished the conversation somewhat amicably. And then I believe, if you look at the times that he got off stream and then started stream the next day,
So, like, yeah, basically... Because I find this funny. I find this particularly funny, especially in the context of all this shit of, like, kissing the ring and who's, like, sucking up to who and who's, like, how you maintain these relationships. Like, these creative relationships can be really hard to maintain sometimes. And it's not all about burning bridges, okay, but clearly we all get fucking annoyed at each other. I just think this is funny. Anyway, I think that's the end of the Chud stuff. But... I want to talk about Craig Beckett. This is going to be very brief. This is going to be very, 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 very brief, okay? But I want to talk about Craig Beckett. Because I was talking about him a little bit the other night, and nobody knows who he was. And, like, occasionally people will confuse me and Craig Beckett. So I feel like explaining some Craig Beckett will be a bit of fun, because this is just a funny story. Again, we'll probably spend, like, 10 minutes on it, okay? So this is Craig Beckett.
fallout. And I suspect that this video...
As you can tell, not me. Looks nothing like me. I have way more fucking hair than this, and I don't have a beard that looks like this. I'm also not this fat, okay?
Oh hell, the next sentence I say will provide even more to add to that pile. So here it goes. I cannot support the idea of #BelieveAllVictims.
Okay, so he had a big thing with Mama Max. That was the Mama Max. I'm just showing you this because I want you to recognize who the fuck Craig Beckett is, okay? Got to love waking up to a shit tsunami. I'm still considering how I'm wanting to respond to this, but yes, I got in saucy with somebody over the age of consent in our shared country. Someone who in the messages you can clearly see hinted and flirted the idea out there initially, and only became an issue when I decided to pack up my Twitter for personal reasons. If you have an issue with the age gap, I can't say much and I'll understand if you want to walk. So Craig Beckett got in drama years ago. Now, we're talking like 2023. Stop lying to your audience, you have less hair. Shut the fuck, Gilded. I'm fine. I posted a picture of myself in the Discord not that long ago. Basically, Craig Beckett was caught red-handed DMing with a 17-year-old from the commentary community. Okay? Sexting with this 17-year-old for the commentary community. And at the time, he was a thumbnail artist for Now Recording. I think he was a thumbnail artist for a few other people. He had his own YouTube channel. And this completely blew his career up. But one thing that's particularly funny about all this is, like, I need time to respond, guys. And, like, he was, like, kind of navigating it quite carefully, trying to work it out. Now, his argument was, she's over the age of 16. The age of consent in the UK is 16. I've not broken any laws. I'm absolutely fine. And he basically just goes to bed, okay? He goes to bed. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Unfortunately, and this is really what I wanted to point you to, this is his wife, or like ex-wife, or whatever the fuck she is now. This is his wife. After Craig Beckett goes to bed, I'm so glad I was sent this in a DM. Imagine trying to destroy a man's livelihood simply because he didn't pick you. She ends up accusing the 17-year-old of being a homewrecker while Craig is asleep. Bro. Imagine going to bed and being like, right, okay, we need to navigate this really carefully. And your partner is there being like, that little fucking home-wrecking 17-year-old whore. Absolutely fucking incredible. Absolutely fucking incredible. She has kids. He was like their stepdad. It's... Dude. Absolutely fucking insane. Kai Rise with the 5. Why does he look like a failed fusion of you and Vlad? Oh god, yeah, no, I can see that. Slug with the 5. To be fair, I broke the Craig story and all the streams are gone. Also, I'm a better editor than him and everyone. Noted Slug, thank you for the 5. Based wife. Listen, we don't know you don't mean that, Vlad. You hate women. Dude. Dude, this was years ago. This is so insane. God, was this in 2022? This was 22. I thought this was 23. Bro. That's really funny. Okay. Anyway, that's all the Craig Beckett stuff. I might do a video. If I can gather enough Craig Beckett shit, I will do a video on him. That sounds fun. Right, okay, so... we're going to pause for a second. We'll just pause for a second on this. This is great. I'm going to have a cigarette. Now, I have to know, I love this woman. They make great victims. I have you know, I love women. They make great victims, Ginger. Thank you, Vlad. Thank you, with the 5. Okay, right. Before we move on completely, does anybody have anything, does anyone have anything else to say about any of this Chud Nicholas stuff? Or are we good? Are we good? Because I kind of don't want to go live for the rest of the week. I might do a gaming stream, but I don't want to do another fucking drama stream for the rest of the week. So, speak now or forever hold your peace. This is how you do audience interaction. You demand it, basically. Tell me what you think. Chud is gay. I miss pinball. Dude. Nick was posting like a Pokemon pinball machine, and I was like, I really want that. That looks really fucking good. Let me on. I'm not letting you on, Vlad. No. Okay. You can scream at me later. You had the best coverage of the drama? Thank you. I appreciate that. I think Nick and Chud need to go on a gaycation like you and Diesel did. That might help. That might help. When you get to Vegas, do you go to Lucky 38 first, or do you immediately go to Kill Benny? I've never been to Vegas, and wouldn't. I don't like casinos. I wasn't gonna scream. Oh, dude. Okay. We go to Beckett. We're going to play Pony D&D. Oh, I need to do a D&D game, actually, at some point. I was going to do one with Killjoy. He texted 2 girls, not 1. Was it 2? I thought it was just Emmy. Thank you for the 2, Slug. Listen, I'll probably do interviews about it. I'll have to. I like slot machines. I like playing blackjack. I really, really fucking love blackjack. I used to go, like, after I'd finished work. This is years ago. When I was like working as a like in nightclubs, but I go at the end of the night, like 4 a.m. to this casino that was like down the road, basically. We'd go in there, we'd have pizza, and I'd set a blackjack table for like 2 hours. It's great. It's awesome. Just drinking and playing blackjack. Do you like gambling? I don't like gambling and winning money or things. I just like playing blackjack. I enjoy playing. I like being at a blackjack table playing. So it's never about money for me. Emmy talked to me before coming forward, and I can confirm Slug's claim that he broke the story. Yeah, I might have to do interviews. If I do a video, I'll have to do interviews. Becky, you don't go to Vegas for the casinos. You go for the aesthetic. That is an insane thing to say about Vegas, but okay. Beckett, question. Where on the Discord can I post my Chaos Army and Gundam models I put together for show? Post it in the art section. The art section is for all art, including Warhammer and Gundams and all the other stuff. Post it in the art section. Please join the Discord and post art or anything you're making. People post 3D stuff, like 3D modeling that they're doing. People do 3D printing stuff. Yeah, post anything. It's awesome. As long as it's like something that you've made and created, don't post things you've just like randomly found on the internet. The only condition for the art channel in the Discord is that you made the thing and then post it. You're showing the Discord? I do actually show the Discord, Shadow. You just don't watch me enough. I do show the Discord. Join the Discord. We do not say for work. That is true. That is true. What about Gundam model kits? Yeah, I've posted my Gundam model kits on there. The Gundam model kits are great. Great. Lad, I just wanted to say Nick was absolutely soft sweeping, and I don't think it's an unfair claim. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. One was 14 when he started DMing her. Okay, that's insane. Please have some evidence for that. That sounds crazy. I take it you like Gundam? I love Gundam. Okay. I also think Chud should have had Nick on. Again, like, with the should Nick have talked to Chud publicly, they should have talked not on Chud's stream and not on Nick's stream. It should have been like a moderated stream. I think they should have talked in private. It was a private issue. It was essentially an issue about their friendship. Anyway. Favorite suit? Oh, that's really hard. I don't know off the top of my head. I really like Armored Core, so like mostly like I like for like actual like mechs. I like Gundam as a series. I enjoy like I really like Orphan. But I think generally speaking, like for like mechs themselves, it's definitely the Armored Core stuff. Yeah, Sug, we'll talk. Shadow is black and Jewish. He told me so himself. Thank you for the 12 months at Molding Rotting. How are you doing? It's been a little while. Hope you're good. Becky, if you haven't watched it and you like Gundam, check out the anime manga 86. I'll have a look. My current rewatch is I'm gonna rewatch Gurren Lagann. Do you like Battletech? I do like Battletech. I really, dude. There's a great fucking lore channel called Black Pants Legion, and he does like lore streams of Battletech stuff, and I'll just put him on in the background. Like I've rewatched him so many times. Did you play Zone of the Enders back in the day, or is this showing my age? I did. I loved it. Funnily enough, I just started replaying the other day, Zone of the Enders 2, second runner. Because it was like on sale on Steam for like £4. So I was like, oh, I should pick that up. So yeah, no, love Zone of the Enders. I need to watch the anime, actually. I need to watch Zone of the Enders anime. Anyway, okay. We're going to move on to Cinebear, because Cinebear has done an 9-minute response. Finally, she's put it out as like a final video. Rotting with the 5, being good, working on my senior thesis film and applying to internships. Why I've been gone. Well, I hope you're doing well, and if there's any way any of us can help you, please let us know, because you are a valued community member. Also, you know, one of the main artists for the channel. Also, I think the bulk of the Chad vs. Nick crap was caused from shit stirring and dry content. God, do you know what? I actually totally fucking agree with Vlad. I think an awful lot of this is to do with shit. It's caused by shit stirring and dry content. It's like, it's a meme that like when things get quiet, like commentary and like, I don't know, drama YouTubers eat each other. There's a lot of truth to that. Lamau, I help give stickers when I can, and I'm a menace in the Discord. Based. Okay, we're gonna watch the Cinebear video. For those of you who need a preamble, Cinebear was the great downfall for Just a Robot. Like what? 2025? No, 2024. Fucking hell, this was 2024, wasn't it? So in 2024, Just a Robot decided to defend Cinebear, who had been sending rape comics to like a 13-year-old or something insane. They've been quiet since then, as far as I'm aware, but have finally come out with a final apology. If Jar passed on the Cine stuff, would he still be around, or was he doomed without her? He'd be doing better than he is. He'd still be around. Because the Cinebear stuff was the chance everyone needed to go after Jar. Because like previously people were unable to go after Jar. Sorry, I'll give you some stickers, by the way. It's nice that Rotting's here because like we can have some we can have a Rotting sticker. Thank you guys so much for hitting the goal. It's much appreciated. Yeah, the Cinebear stuff basically opened the floodgates for Jar because Jar had so many false accusations and allegations that nobody could really go after him very easily. So you basically needed something new to like hit him with, which it was the Cinebear stuff.
Hello, my name is Cinebear03. I know this video is probably unexpected, but I've been really unhappy with the last 2 videos I made for a long time now. I made both videos.
I don't know, maybe because like the first video is like an insane crapshoot, and the second video like makes very little sense. Dude, they were such messes. They were such messes. I mean, I suppose there must be like from Cine's perspective, like it must feel kind of safe to come out and give this like video now. It's a little fucking pointless, but it must feel safe because Birdie's been so fucking like thoroughly ripped to pieces.
It was way too soon after everything happened. My first apology video wasn't truly an apology, it was more so a reaction video to my own exposure. And the second response video was heavily puppeted by other people. And that one in particular I really despise. I'm hoping this video will serve as a better response and apology. and hopefully it can make up for the previous videos I've made.
Eno.
I met
So Eno was the like fucking minor they sent rape comics to. Can't believe my year started with Sydney and ends with Sydney. My life is my life is a cage. I know, you're welcome. Will Jar write, film, and have Filipino men edit 2 separate and conflicting responses to his video? Well, actually, I don't mean to preempt things, but I thought it might be fun to look at some of Jar's content after this.
Eno through another YouTuber, the details of which are not very important. At first, I wasn't very interested in being their friend, and while they were persistent in checking in on me and trying to start conversation with me, I wasn't very receptive. It honestly should have stayed that way. However, we started talking a lot more frequently when my interest became the topic of conversation. This is a pattern of—
What, your interest to do with like rape comics? I don't dude. Why would you put this out? Why the fuck would you put this out?
behavior I've only been able to recognize.
Did Birdie get further lampooned? God, yeah, Birdie's whole, like, fucking online history has been exposed at this point. Hashtag free the ferret, right? I mean, it's a constant cycle. It probably doesn't help with, like, the Goat Kato stuff. And for those who don't know, Goat Kato is Birdie's ex as well. So, like, Birdie's constantly on sort of, like, public mind a little bit.
Recently. I tended to only—
Yeah, wouldn't you just think, like, start a new fucking channel? Or so, I mean, she's got 500k. So, if she wants to continue doing, like, meme animation shit, then maybe she has to, like, try and revive this channel. But God only knows.
only really interact with people who would indulge in my interests. Once we started to speak more frequently, I started sharing things with Eno that I reasonably shouldn't have. And it quickly devolved into me sending them explicit content. To be absolutely clear, this did not include nude pictures of myself or Eno. I wasn't attracted to Eno in any way, I just shared a lot of explicit artwork with them and written scenarios. I will be honest, saying all of this out loud at this point in time makes me feel ill. While now I can recognize that what I've done is incredibly disgusting, at the time I didn't anticipate—
Oh my God. I just didn't know that sending rape comics was bad, guys. I didn't know. What was I meant to do? Like, having sexual conversations with a minor? How was I meant to know? What? What the fuck do you mean? Dude. Oh, these people. Like, it's like you can almost. Is this patchwork? Ties. Fuck. Jar choked the shit out of his cock listening to this. What the fuck, Shogun? Hydra, member for 14 months at Coping. When in trouble, double and triple down. So fucking true. Thank you for the 14 months. That's hyper-based. Much appreciated.
the kind of—
Hey, MLS, how you doing? I'm only here to feed the algorithm. Hit the like and give a view. I have no idea what's going on. Fair enough, buddy. We need to catch up soon. Sorry, it's been so busy. I need to DM you.
harm that this would do to them. It's gonna sound completely deranged, but I knew it was wrong in the sense that it was taboo and you weren't allowed to do it, but I didn't exactly see the harm in it. When I was a child, I developed a porn addiction. I was looking at a lot of pornography as a kid, and I didn't exactly see the harm that it had done to me, and so I didn't see—
I just thought it was normal. I watched a lot of porn as a kid. I decided to show the porn to a child. What do you mean? Is this, like, I can't, you've had 2 years. It's been 2 fucking years. You, like, how after 2 years is this your response? Is this your final? I was really unhappy with my previous last 2 videos, so I decided to make a worse video. Suddenly Nux Taku. Bro, I still haven't done the Nux stuff, but holy shit, the Nux stuff is... I have watched the full video, by the way. I have seen Nicandros' video, and I've spoken to Nicandros, and the Nux stuff is fucking wild. I cannot believe people are sweeping for this. The Nux stuff is in some regards worse than some of the Chris Tyson stuff. It's utterly fucking abhorrent shit, bro.
the harm in showing it to a child.
Beckett, check the comments. Yeah. Where's, like, I heard Eno was in these comments. Commentary slop YouTubers will have a field day with this one. Thank you. It's nice to feel seen. Dude, I'm so excited to see content farming commentary channels and milking the shit out of this again for revenue. Why is everyone glazing? She didn't apologize to the other two people she groomed. Even then, she admits the extent of the harm she did to Eno, like wanting to hear them read out the comic, for example. I get that the bar is low, but unless you admit to everything you've done, this means nothing. True. Why the hell did you feel the need to upload this publicly, especially a year after it happened? Also, it's over a year. No, we are not doing this again. Yes, we are. We're so back, Cinny Rose. Jesus. I don't think this apology matters. Cinny Bear posted an apology. It's something I did not expect to hear in the Lord of 2026. Dude. Eno was like, where is Eno in this? Oh, okay. I should probably wait before commenting. Okay, so this is the minor in question. I should probably wait before commenting, but seeing this show up in my notifications sent me into a panic, so I'm here anyway. It's me, Eno. Watching this feels like a year-old wound being torn open. I don't even know where to begin, and I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Everyone seems to think I'm supposed to hate you. I don't, and I'm tired of people telling me what I'm supposed to think, how I'm supposed to react, whether I should speak or stay quiet. None of this was ever really my choice. You acknowledge what happened should bring me closure. I know that. I think I'm supposed to feel relieved. Fucking hell. I also want to address the way people are talking about this. I find it deeply disrespectful how casually this situation is being joked about. Well, listen, I am a fucking commentary slop channel. Especially people calling Cindy a pedophile. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I do not believe that she is one. Okay, look. I don't think that we should tell anybody, like, we should be like, listen, you need to accept that you were groomed. We shouldn't do that. I think that is incredibly fucked up. But if you are sending sexual images to a minor, and you're talking about sexual stuff with a minor, like with a 13-year-old, like, what the fuck else are we meant to call this? Oh, it's just a little slip, guys. I'm sorry, like, dude, I get that this is a thing that happened to Eno. But, like, I don't think that matters. I think it's a wider question of, is this person arrested? This isn't like a random accusation with no evidence. We have the evidence. We know that this happened, right? So it seems like perfectly crystal clear.
Eno had already seen bits of my graphic work before they were talking to me, and they showed interest in wanting to see more, and so I didn't see the issue. I shouldn't have been talking to Eno at all. I'm now a lot more aware of what this kind of stuff can do to a developer.
And Eno's not the only one, yeah. There was two others. I can't be mad at Eno for their reaction, but it is very saddening to read, yeah.
Developing mind. And I'm honestly truly devastated knowing that Eno will have to carry this with them for the rest of their life because of what I did. Eno looked up to me and called me their big sister. I feel so awful. I feel so ashamed knowing that I've betrayed their trust like this.
I hate when apologies do this, where it's just like, oh my god, I feel so bad, guys. I feel... are you guys looking at me? Are you watching me? Are you watching me cry? Because I'm crying right now. I'm so sad, okay? It's like, bro, just fuck off and delete your channel. I'm sorry. Fuck off and delete your channel. Don't come back. If you're like, just fuck off and delete your channel. Obviously, I just don't want any more drama from this. I don't want to hear... If you come back, people are going to cover you because you're the weird birdie ex that sent sexual images to a minor. I'm sorry, there's no way round it. There's no coming back from it. There's nothing you can say or do. There is just delete your online presence and fuck off. It's very, very simple. I called you Big Sister because you got off to it, you freak. True. Beckett, do you know why I crashed out? Cinny promised not to talk or groom minors before and then Eno happened. She knew the impact. She's just a pedophile. So yeah, like, she's fully aware. This is, again, just an obfuscation and a lie. It's ridiculous.
I really wish I could go back and erase what I've done, but I know I can't. I feel even worse knowing that the last words they probably heard me say on this channel was me downplaying my own actions and making it out like they wanted this.
Bro, that's brutal. But also, I mean, you're still downplaying your actions.
That our last conversations were full of me self-pitying over the consequences and subsequent fallout of my own actions, making Enel blame themselves for what I was going through. I regret everything that came out of this situation. The fact that it happened at all and the way I handled it afterwards. Whether Eno can hear this themselves or if they're having a friend relay this back to them, I really hope they'll know just how sorry I am that I've done this. I'm sorry for showing you the things that I showed you. I'm sorry I kept in contact with you for so long. I'm sorry I had my emotional outbursts where you could clearly see them. I'm sorry I made you feel the need to blame yourself for what I was going through. I never ever wanted you to think that this was your fault. I really truly hope that you're able to heal, and I hope you make friends who treat you better than I did.
Okay, past friends.
Now, while what I did to Eno was one of my most egregious things I've done, they are far from the only
One of the most egregious. Okay, they're far from the only person I've hurt. Okay, I can't wait to fucking hear this.
person I've hurt. There are other people I feel the need to apologize to. This
Hydrodance with the 5. How long until the people who defend her before jump on a video to bash to try to make a comeback? Oh wait, how long until the people who defended her before jump on a video to bash and try to make a comeback? Oh dude, I think that this drama is so toxic you'd have to be really fucking dumb. And most of them aren't around anymore. I don't see Jar making a video on this. Even I will credit Jar with not even Jar is that stupid. Hey, Morale, thank you for the raid, buddy. I hope you're good.
segment is in regards to any and all friends I've ever had in the past. There's honestly too many to count and too many to name. As far back as I can remember, I've
The
always
return of Kumo. So I do actually know what Kumo's doing at the moment, and he's just chilling. He's not coming back to drama or commentary stuff at all, is my understanding, and I wish him all the luck in the world. And I hope he's a lot fucking happier and more stable these days. But I do keep up. I can say I've been told by sources Jar won't cover it. Oh, okay. Vincent may have tweeted about it, but yeah, okay. Interesting.
had this repeated dynamic with some of the friends I've had. It was very common for me to discuss sexual topics with my friends. And while this can be normal for friendships, I would talk about sex and my sexual fantasies constantly, to the point where I've neglected my duties as a friend in favor of using my friends as an outlet for my—
I'm sorry, hold on. In favor of using my friends as an outlet for my sexual desires. What is this fucking... Listen, I'm really sorry, guys, but you were basically just there, because, I was kind of horny. Okay. Did anyone help her write this video? This is fucking deranged. This is actually deranged. Of all the things you could write, being like, oh yeah, sorry to my ex-friends. Oh, dude. You were really hot, though.
desires. I didn't realize just how badly I was mistreating my friends until way later. As I've mentioned previously, I've had an addiction to these sexual materials for a large portion of my life, so I just wouldn't stop talking about it. I did care about my friends. I just really didn't treat them well. And I'm sorry. I think I've gotten a lot better at handling my addiction. I'm still hypersexual and struggle with intrusive thoughts, but I've found better outlets that don't involve other people. I've gotten better at prioritizing my friends' needs.
Dude, I don't want to know. I actually don't want to know. That sounds fucking horrifying.
And I'm trying really hard to be a good friend to the people I care about. And I wish I could have done that sooner. Since we're on the subject of friends I've mistreated, I do want to talk about Jack for a little bit. While I don't believe my
No, Jack is Birdie.
actions would be considered SA, I do think there was a lack of communication when it came to touching. Despite our best efforts to communicate effectively, there were things that I missed or didn't take seriously. I think a lot of people could see that we were fairly intimate with each other. In all honesty, we didn't have very clear boundaries with each other. Jack had admitted to me one time that he didn't even know what his boundaries were. We felt comfortable exploring that territory together. Jack has claimed that I've made touches that he didn't consent to and that he said no to, and I believe I told him that I thought he was joking when he told me no. My memories of these instances were pretty fuzzy, and they still are, even more so now. There's a chance I was
Look, with this in particular, I just don't believe Birdie. Because Birdie is a fucking deranged sociopath. And I don't mean that in a jokey way. Birdie is a deranged sociopath. I just don't believe Birdie. Like, I think Birdie was like, I see an opportunity to fuck with Cinebear, and because they're a deranged sociopath, that's what they did. So I don't take any of the accusation. Like, Cine's a freak, but I just don't take any of that stuff seriously. And if that makes me a bad person, then so fucking be it.
Misreading his tone, and that's why I thought he was joking. Whatever my intentions were, I can tell that I've clearly hurt him. I never wanted Jack to feel uncomfortable, and I do feel sorry for not being able to recognize his discomfort. I also want to apologize for some of the threats I had made after he left. At the start of my exposure, I was filled with really intense feelings of betrayal and rage, and I said a lot of things that I didn't really mean. I angrily said I wanted to kill Jack multiple times. I never intended to follow through with those statements. I was only speaking out of hurt. Some people were showing concern that I had bought a bunch of weapons one night. None of those weapons were meant for Jack. I just bought them to make myself feel safer in my house.
Okay,
in my response video, I had an
Okay.
incredibly disturbing take on my own involvement with Sock.clip and the way I was treating her and her characters. My response boiled down to a few key ideas. Sock's boundaries are stupid and unreasonable. She blocked me, so why can't I just post what I want since she doesn't have to see it? Me not being able to post my art featuring her characters is an infringement on my creative freedom and expression. This way of thinking is extremely entitled, childish, and of course it completely
I'm sorry, what? What the fuck? We're going to Sock now? How fucking retarded is this shit? Is this... You've had 2 years. 2 fucking years. I'm staggered. I'm stunned. I'm gaping. This is fucking so retarded. Yeah, listen, guys, I know I groomed multiple minors and sent a load of sexual images, but let me talk about Sock for a second. You fucking dude, delete your channel. I never say this kind of shit anymore. Like, I really don't. I think it's content cuckery to encourage people to delete their channel. But in this case, I will make a rare exception and be just like, delete your fucking channel. Does anyone disagree with this? Like, other than, like, I don't know, we get to, like, continue to A-log this freak? I mean, maybe it's better all around that you just fucked off.
ignores the consent of Sock.clip. I had to reflect on this for a long time before I finally understood why I was wrong for saying this, and it was incredibly difficult to confront. In truth, I think I came to those conclusions because I was imposing my own view of the internet and how it functions onto Sock. In my time on the internet, I have never seen artist consent being taken seriously, not my own, and definitely not the consent of others. I've come to realize, however, that just because I've grown to be apathetic toward the concept of boundaries on the internet, it is not, and has never been my place to dictate how others should feel about their characters being used by other people. I don't know if I'll fully understand how any of these people feel, but I shouldn't have to understand it in order to show respect to fellow artists and their boundaries.
I'm sorry, moving from rate comics to, I used your OC, like, I don't know, bro. It feels very weird to me. Like, you know how you get scaling of, like, if you started with this, maybe though people would be confused by it. I'm just confused why you included it at all. Like, bro, Sock was a minor during the time of Sydney. Okay, that helps, Axe. Sock was a minor during the time Sydney was obsessing over and making sexual charged material of OCs, so it's tangentially related. Okay, yeah, listen, if Sock's one of the fucking minors, yes, that's actually a bit more fucking relevant. But at the same time, then, it's just a downplay. This is just a downplay, because the issue isn't that you did, like, sexual images of someone's OC, which, I don't know, maybe I'm jaded, because if people do, like, fucking weird images of my OC, I'm like, whatever. But I can't call it my OC, my avatar. God, otherwise I'll have to kill myself. People do like weird images of my avatar, but I'm not like that. Like, I'm obviously not a little clown ghost boy. Do you know what I mean? So, but at the same time, if you're doing that to a minor, that's very different. That is very different. It's because she was repeatedly told to stop and didn't stop. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit more, yeah, I'm understanding why this might be included, but actually, if that's the reason, this is a massive downplay of the issue, and she still doesn't seem to understand what the issue is. Which isn't a good look. Which isn't a good fucking look, frankly.
I think it's a bit upsetting that I've come to this realization at all, especially so late into my life on the internet. I want it to be known that I'm genuinely sorry for blatantly disrespecting the consent of Sock.clip and being so openly disrespectful toward them and for setting boundaries in the first place. I've been struggling to understand what exactly I want from this video. I've wanted to make an apology video for a long time, but it's been really difficult to revisit everything that happened. I've also been scared that making this video would only serve to make me feel better and just reopen old wounds for the people I hurt. I don't know what will come of this video, but I hope I can give everyone some peace of mind knowing that I've learned a very painful but ultimately needed lesson.
I don't think
I know
you've
I've
learned
hurt
shit.
a lot of people.
I don't think you've learned
both
shit.
directly and indirectly. And I want everyone to know that I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt any more people. And I honestly think I've come a very long way from where I was before. It's been a difficult process, unlearning my harmful behaviors, and it took longer than I'd like to stop feeling sorry for myself long enough to truly reflect on what I had done and why I did it. I meant what I said when I stated I wanted to change and didn't want to hurt anyone ever again. I just wasn't yet ready to...
Yeah, who said that this... Was it Falgi who said that this was like a soft relaunch or an attempt to like gauge whether she could come back? I think that's bang on the fucking money.
Prioritize the difficult things. I now have friends who are kind to me, but they lovingly hold me accountable and aren't afraid to correct me. In fact, it's because of them that I've finally found the strength to finish this video.
Oh my god, it's like a KP video. This is what KP did. Oh, look at my dog, guys. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Slug with a 10. Gotta head out, and Craig Beckett evidence is sadly sparse due to my main channel ban. I can try and get in contact with the other victim, but Craig, if I'm lying, sue me, watch what happens. Thank you, Slug. Someone sent me the now recording stream on Twitter as well, actually. So we might have a little look at that tonight, and that'll probably be quite useful. Have a look at the guys. Please look at my pets, don't be mad at me. Yeah, bro. She already had people in the comments supporting her and supporting her comeback. I mean, listen, if she wants to come back, I mean, it's more content for the rest of us, I suppose. And that's a bingo for this apology video. True, Maddie. How you doing, Maddie? Ax, personally, I have the hard line of people making art on my OCs or Sona of not making said characters the stars in a rape fantasy comment. I find that shit weird, personally. Like, again, I think that there are certain things that, like, if somebody made porn of my character, to my knowledge, no one has ever made porn of my character, I'd be like, that's a bit weird. Why is there porn of my character? But at the same time, I'd be like, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. But then I suppose I'm not an artist in that respect. Like, I do wonder about, like, because obviously I write. And if somebody did that with one of my characters in, like, a work of fiction I was working on, I'd probably feel differently about it. Is that a challenge? No, it's not. Please do not make porn of my character. It would be incredibly weird and creepy. I'm not going to get mad at you if you do, but I would prefer if you didn't, okay? Dude. No, my artists have been very good at not drawing porn of me. I've appreciated it. Okay. I'd be even more concerned if it wasn't porn of my character, if it was porn of me, actually me. I'd be like, that's fucking weird. Don't do that. That's fucking bizarre, bro. Yeah, dude. Okay. Okay, that's the Cine video. I've gone through it. Fuck. I need a fucking cigarette after that. I ain't taking that bait. that is bait. I'll pass. It's not bait. I'm being completely fucking honest with you. This is not bait. Fuck. If I wanted people to draw porn of my character, I don't know. I'd commission it. I don't know. God, that would go in a Google Doc. Beckett came to me and asked for pornography of his character. I know that I'm 25, but I was deeply disturbed. We have to draw you pregnant a lot. Listen, I will admit, I find the pregnant images of my character. I find the pregnant images of my character really weird. I've said this to somebody else recently. Somebody did actually come and ask me whether I'd, like, if they made an image of my character pregnant, whether I'd care. And I was like, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to get mad at you, but I'm probably not going to show it on stream. Like, I do find that, like, that art weird. I don't know. I don't know. The pregnancy stuff weirds me out. But probably because I don't want kids, right? So I'm like, the idea of like having a kid kind of weirds me out. I'm like, ugh. Childless forever. Let's fucking go. I'm sad that Chris still isn't here after 3 months. He's off playing fucking Ark Raiders. I need to bully him more so he comes back. I'm gonna make the most bad faith parody cancellation video of Beckett one day. I need to work out what I'm gonna do for April Fools this year. I'm gonna do something for April Fools. We warned Falgi not to say he's fine with that. People have done it. He tempts fate too much. Yeah. Don't we all? Okay, let's have a little quick look at Jar's channel. So this is Jar's current channel. He is releasing stuff on it. It's not going very well. This was on Internet Anarchist and it's 3.3k views after 2 weeks. This was hot drama. Dude, that is fucking awful. But I did want to take a look at this. When going after H3 goes wrong, Cruel World, Happy Mind.
In this episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong, some blonde bimbo makes a terrible hit piece on a pair of Jews, and gets gangbanged by an entire podcast, then gets bullied by the entire internet into holding a strong political position that she literally couldn't give less of a fuck about just a week before. My name is Just the Jewbot, and today we're covering how Cruel World Happy Mind went from a woke socialist to a national socialist.
What the actual fuck am I... We are 25 seconds into this video. What the fuck is going on? Listen, I've heard of trying to switch up to a new fucking audience, but this is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. What the fuck, bro?
Alright, so before you ask, no, I am no longer just a Chudbot. I am now just a Jewbot. I did convert to Judaism after my last video. I got my foreskin cut off, I flew to Israel, and I kissed the Wailing Walls. So Shabbat Shalom, Daddy's home. What I'm trying to say is that if you don't like me for any reason, you are doing another Shoah, and I will be reporting you to the ADL so that you are banned from Israel, and I will have your bank account taken away.
I was wondering.
Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you here. I can't take any of this seriously because I know that Jar doesn't believe any of this and he's just trying to pander to a new audience in a desperate attempt to become relevant again. This is like if this was like a genuine right-wing channel making like almost old school fucking meme edits like this, I'd be like, dude, this is a nice throwback. I used to watch content like this when I was, you know, a fucking early 20s edgy person on the internet. But this just makes Jar, this is worse because it's Jar. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro. This could have been a community tab post. Dude, we need to use that more. Oh, dude. Do you think we forgot? Do you think we forgot? It's actually over. Just give it up.
If you're put onto your web.
I'm sorry, are you doing an early morning Kumite reference in 2026? Even I wouldn't do an early morning Kumite reference in a video in 2026. And I'm fucking like living in the past over here. It's Beckett screams at clouds half the time of back in my day on the internet. And I wouldn't do this, you absolute fucking hack.
Website? Are you banned from Israel?
So being part of a tribe and all, I have to defend my fellow Jewish brothers, starting with Ethan Klein, who is now my new personal hero. I am getting a bit ahead of myself for now though. This isn't a Tarantino film, so let's start from the very beginning, and with the person I'm going to be covering in this video. Meet Cruel World Happy Mind, a woman who by all accounts actually had a pretty normal start here on YouTube. About 5 years ago, she started making videos on MLM, which in my personal opinion is just objectively a really good thing to do. I think pretty much everyone can agree that multi-level marketing scams are just...
I didn't cover any of this. Sorry, I'm going to cover up the cat. That's actually quite funny. I didn't cover any of this, but I will say that I saw one comment from her where she was like, my research is better than other people's. I do really good research and really detailed research. And I'd like to say, as a research-led channel, I am personally insulted that a retard like this thinks that she's actually like a good researcher, okay? This woman couldn't even get Denim's YouTube channel right in her video. She couldn't even get Denim's YouTube channel right in her video. She is absolutely fucking useless. Absolute hack. Anyway, there we go.
Kind of objectively evil, and offer no value to society whatsoever. Like, if a genocide happened, but only to the people at the top of these scams, not the
Cruel World Happy Mind researchers Reddit, yeah. Look, a lot of people, a lot of larger channels don't do very good research because doing good research is very difficult. Okay, there's a reason H-Bomber Guy releases a video like twice a year. It's because it is a lot of work. There's a reason why I don't do like heavy research videos every month. You guys, like, I don't know if you guys know how much work goes into it, but I have to take like time off my actual job to do this, to do like the heavier videos. I'll have to take like a week off to just sit there. Like even for the food shops video, which I'm probably never going to make. I have a spreadsheet. Of all of Food Shop streams with timestamps that I had to go through to find all the keynote. It is incredible amounts of work. It's insane amounts of work. So like, it's just like, if you're like running a YouTube channel and you're just wanting to get content out, doing really heavy research, unless you have a full team and you are like can afford that, it's just too much for people. And like the only reason I can do it, even with like what I have, is because essentially the money from this channel goes to like funding a dedicated researcher essentially, because I can just go to Jenny and be like, I need you to do the research work. I need you to like push with this. And it, like, again, like with the Saberspark stuff, that's all me and like Falgy. But like with like a lot of the jar stuff, with like some of the other like some of the old streams, you look at the Tiger stream, it's because I can go to Jenny and go, I need stuff put together when it's complicated.
Lower rungs who are actually all victims, but the people at the tippy top who knew exactly what they're doing, nobody would fucking care. We'd basically feel the same way about an MLM genocide as the Europeans would feel
Oh my fucking god, please shut the fuck up.
About a gypsy.
Okay, with 2 minutes, I don't think I'm gonna make it through this video. I'm gonna preempt this. I actually do not think I'll make it through this video.
Genocide.
Did you give them to Morale? I don't know what Morale said publicly, but like I've talked to Morale. I think he's gonna put out something good. I think Morale's gonna put out something good.
That is to say, not at all. So with such a strong start, where did it all go wrong for Cruel World Happy Mind? Well, she slowly started to drift from scams and unethical practices done by LMMs to celebrities and YouTubers. If she just stopped it there and kept it to scams, then there really wouldn't be any issue. But as you and I know, it never stops there. YouTube corrupts people. It rots them from the inside out, and turns them into a ghoulish husk of their former selves by exposing them to the way people really are. Example, well, although Cruel World Happy Mind's early MLM videos didn't perform poorly, it became...
Okay, I don't care about any of this. I don't care about any of this. Shut the fuck up. Let's go ahead.
Many times, I have 5 different editors working around the clock to make 5 different versions of the same video to account for every possible...
Oh my god, wait, does he start bitching about his own shit?
...her Barbie. So yeah, exclusively making drama doc completely stopped making videos...
Seeing this has made me glad I unsubbed from Jar, dude. Glad we saved you. Thank you for the tip.
...videos on MLM scams, and started exclusively making drama documentary type videos. employing all the tactics that generally entails waiting until the end of a big controversy and act like you agreed with the winning side the entire time. A very cowardly tactic, but a smart one. One I myself have engaged in many times. I have 5 different editors working around the clock to make 5 different versions of the same video to account for every possible outcome.
You can't meme on this when that's actually what you did. What are you talking about? You fucking did that. Dude, what? You can't be like, Red Eyes, I can't believe I'm being accused of this. You did that, motherfucker. What do you mean? You do jump on videos. You do jump on dramas right at the end when you know what the winning side is. We've proved this. Oh my god, what a useless fucking retard.
The problem is that no matter how much you try to be objective and snake your way through these things, a little bit of your personality will always shine through. And that little piece of individuality
Umbras with the members for 5 months of coping, thank you. I walked in on Jartan, let's go. Let's fucking go, man. It's been ages.
that you usually keep hidden from the masses tends to be the thing that'll get you in trouble. For example, when Sunny V2 made that extremely transphobic video on the beautiful queen known as Ava Chris Tyson, that was just him being completely incapable of hiding his burning hatred for transgendered individuals. I disavow all of it, even though he was right. And that motherfucker, Chris Tyson, was actually a total sex pest that did factually indeed become a nightmare for Mr. Beast.
What are you doing? I know Jar will never see this stream, but I'm actually asking. Someone can clip this. In fact, I barely ever ask anyone to do this. Please clip this and please post it on Twitter because I just want to know, Jar, what the fuck are you doing? What, like, honestly, I'm baffled. I'm so confused. I'm confuzzled. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you why are you dragging up ancient fucking who is this for? Who are you trying to appeal to? What audience demographic are you even going for at this point? What is going on, bro? Listen, I know that you got completely fucked by the drama. I know that your channel is dead. I know this was all that mattered to you in the world. But honestly, man, what the fuck are you doing? This is concerning at this point. Can we like send help? What is going on?
I mean, a trans person making everyone around them look bad and being—
Oh my god, why are we bringing up Finsta? This is so weird. It's almost like you're making content to be reacted to by people like me, but I can't believe that's the case because what benefit does that bring you? Like, other than... Like, is Jar, like, sad that no one's talking about him anymore? Did he get used to being a professional locale? I don't understand.
a weirdo to kids? That just doesn't happen. I'm as shocked as you all are. Barbie made this exact same mistake when she attempted a hit piece on Ethan and Gila Klein. I don't think she got the memo that you can't outsmear the smear merchant. The Goy simply doesn't have the brain power to outsneak a Jew. The glass cannon that was the Cruel World Happy Mind YouTube channel was exposed when the H3 podcast actually decided to respond. And if Barbie actually did her fucking research and had the ability to recognize patterns, then she would have seen this coming. Ethan Klein tends to respond to a lot of his critics, because unlike pretty much everyone else she has covered, Ethan, more so in recent times, tends to come out on top, especially against women. I'm not trying to say he's a misogynist or anything, he's not that cool, but he is Jack the Ripper maxing.
Conspiracy theory, he is paying some shitter channel to react to him being crazy to farm revenue. God, actually, do you know what? That is way smarter than Jar is. That would be funny, though. Jar has achieved a level of chronically online I didn't think was possible. Yeah, this is more chronically online than me. This is insane. I'd never seen this video before because I haven't watched any Jar content in like months and months. I'm staggered. This video passed through all of this post-cine filters. Yes, dude.
Because I don't think anyone else throughout all of history has owned so many women so hard since Jack the Ripper himself. The reception to Barbie's video wasn't just negative from Ethan's—
What is this music as well? Why am I being assaulted by what appears to be like Pac-Man having an orgy? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Side though, the more vicious people were actually Ethan's detractors, the H3 snarkers who don't think she went hard enough. To be fair though, these people don't think you're going hard enough until you're harassing him in real life, or getting sued by him, so they're pretty crazy, and probably shouldn't be listened to. But all of this negative attention was the first time Barbie ever got it en masse, and this hard. She was surrounded from all sides on this, so when Ethan and Gila invited her onto the H3 podcast, she took the opportunity without a second thought, or any kind of plan in an attempt to farm sympathy, and maybe score a couple of points on them. So how did it go? This was supposed to be a discussion, but she was claiming that this was a debate after the fact. So who won? Let's watch a little bit of it and find out. I can actually point out to you the exact moment that decided the victory on this little squabble.
Oh, there she is. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so this is a few seconds into the debate. Barbie is beginning her opening arguments and she already lost. It was over before it even fucking started. But why, you may ask? Well, there's a lot of reasons as to why. Number one, this chick has absolutely no experience in a live setting. I'm sure she could beat her brother, or that meth head she kept talking about in a one-on-one debate in real life. But not Ethan Klein, who does this shit on the regular. Let's go over a couple more reasons as to why this entire thing was totally hopeless for Barbie.
What's the problem with the silver dress? What?
I think that it was just seen as funny.
But you know, funny, like to make fun of me, just because I'm ugly. Like, what kind of funny?
Dude, because again, I haven't seen any of this Cruel World Happy Mind shit. Did Heather Klein really just pull the fucking, what do you mean funny? Funny like a clown? How am I funny? On this fucking chick? Did she actually do that? That's fucking amazing. Bro, okay, so this is like a classic thing. If you've made a hit piece on somebody, you kind of need to double down. You need to double down on everything. Oh, I think it's just funny. What, funny like I'm ugly? And the response to that is, yeah, you're kind of fucking ugly and you look like you're wearing a silver thing. Like, what was confusing about this to you, Hina? Like, that's what the response is. That's what the response is. It's like, yes, I think you're ugly. That's why I made the joke. What do you mean? That's how you win that fucking engagement, because then like, what does that leave you with? Oh, well, that's mean. Well, fuck you. I don't care. Like... You even have to admit that Ethan keeps winning meme is getting ridiculous, especially coming from retards like Jar. What do you mean? Like, as in... Okay, Shogun, what do you mean? As in, like, I have to admit that Ethan Klein is ridiculous. I'm hugely critical of Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein is suing people over copyright. Fuck this guy. Yes, fuck Ethan Klein. I don't like, dude, I am incredibly fucking hardline over the copyright shit. It seems very simple to me. I lost all sympathy. I am very off that bandwagon, have been for a long time. I don't care about anything else.
So this bitch basically stepped into the lion's den, and this isn't even really the H3 podcast fault. You'd know by watching any—
More like Critical Snarker. Lamau. I mean, like, again, I just don't, like, for me, I was never a H3 fan. I've never really watched Ethan Klein, so I don't have any investment in this. I dislike Hassan and all these fucking leftist creators, but I'm like, yeah, man, like, I can't side with somebody who's, like, doing these lawsuits. It would be unironically just against my principles to do so. I'm kind of, let's tie my hand. I was very on the Ethan train until the lawsuits. Please tell me you know about Cruel World insinuating H3 are pedos at least. I actually don't. What the fuck? Thank you for the 500 answer. I had no fucking... I know that she got fucking owned over this shit and she can't do any fucking research. But like, listen, I'm in the unique position of being a drama YouTuber where I can hate everyone involved in something. It's very easy for me. There are no sides. There are no sides. There is just people I laugh at. I mean, Ethan walks up to 100k or less barrel and uses a rocket launcher to go fishing. Of course, he's going to win every time. I mean, that is true. Yeah, she implied that Hina and Ethan are pedophiles because Hina owns stuffies. No fucking way did she... No, then you must be missing context. No way this fucking retard did that. Bro, how does she still have a channel? How do you still have a... No fucking way did she do that. I actually almost don't believe you. That's so insane to me. Cruel World Happy Mind called them pedophiles because Hina's clothes had bears on it. Cruel World Happy Mind cried and told them she was sorry on stream, though. Doubled down off. That's fucking insane. No, she did that and had plushies in the background while saying it. Bro, do I need to go back and go over the Cruel World Happy Mind stuff? Is the video still up? Maybe someone needs to send me an archive, because that's insane. No, Cruel World Happy Mind is a pedo for having stuffies. H3H3 is a pedo for childlike clothing. What the fuck? She edited it out of the video. Bro, that is fucking unreal. Okay, well, in this case, like, Ethan's just... Oh, dude, that's a fucking... It's one of these, like, pray for retarded enemies things, isn't it? I might have to watch next coverage of it. Yeah, fuck. Dude, I had no idea about this chick. That is insane. Yeah, she did a lot of dirty delete stealth edits. What a fucking scumbag. I don't think the super chat went through, Fennec. Somebody with a 5. Oh, and she said Ethan was programmed by birth to be a Zionist. What? You could tell that she desperately wanted to keep the sponsor up and would not simply take her sponsored video down. She did a podcast with iDubbbz recently and somebody else. Oh, dude, that is fucking gross. That is fucking gross. She was editing stuff while Nicholas was reacting to her video. Oh my god. Fuck, I missed all of this. That is actually insane. Actually fucking crazy. To add to the pile, she got an email from Bad Empanada saying he'd sue her with Ethan's lawyers. I'm sorry, what? Bro, I actually need to... Okay, apparently I do need to cover this. This is crazy. View to sub ratio is so dire. Oof. Fennec with the 2, thank you. You think she was paid to make it? Bro. I think you were gone when this shit dropped. I think I was around for it, but like it was last year when I was like, I went through like a couple of months at the end of last year where I wasn't feeling great. I was like, I had a bit of like, my mental health was like really bad at the end of last year. So I sort of slowed down making stuff. I was just really burnt out. So I think that's why I didn't cover it. Tell you what, guys, actually, we'll go over it. We'll cover it. I'm going to stop watching this, actually, because I kind of don't want any more spoilers then. I'll get, like, Killjoy. Killjoy, if you're in the chat, if you're still chilling out, KJ, can you grab me a load of stuff on this check? We'll get a docket together, and I'll do a stream on her. I'm actually really quite interested. Because that all sounds completely fucking insane. Can someone find me an unedited version of her original video? Because, like, that is wild to me. Christopher with a 5. She did an apology video because she called Palestine a conflict and said sorry to Bad Empanada for not knowing who he was after he sent her an email. Bro, what was this mess? Also, guys, thank you so much for hitting the goal. It is much appreciated. Please enjoy these stickers for your troubles. This is actually Yes, we are doing this. We're doing a stream on it. Even if I have to use Nicholas Diorio's coverage for it. Also had beef with Illuminati. Oh yeah, okay, we're doing a video on this. We're doing a stream on this, sorry. That's, oh god. Okay, how much money to donate for you to drop the Brianna Wu video? I know she'd bribe you. Really great for you to release it. I mean, as I've said many times before, the reason we're never doing a Brianna Wu video is because, like, people annoyed us in the politics space. And we couldn't find anyone else who could, like, make a good video on it. I don't know. I'd probably trust Nicandros to make a Brianna Wu video, actually. I'd probably give it to somebody else I trusted. But I'll probably never make one. And I don't take payment to making a video because I'm terrible at that. You can't pay me to make stuff. Nick probably has a copy. I might go bug him. Pretty sure Nick had a backup of the video. It might be worth asking him for it instead of trying to wade through his streams on it. Yeah, I'll DM him. Because I completely missed this and it's insane. Liquid Sonic is a good choice too. I like Liquid Sonic, actually. I do watch Liquid Sonic stuff, but I don't think it's the right style. I think it would have to be somebody like Nicandros. Okay. Please, I want your take on CWHM. If there's enough there, I might even do a retrospective video. Because I've said video now, and I am actually thinking, fuck, this sounds like it could be a good video on that person. And I'm watching Jar's video, and it's kind of like, this is just a fucking mess and kind of shit. I'd be interested. Nicandros or Shamu? I could see Shamu doing a really good video on it, actually. I like Shamu's stuff. Anyway, okay, cool. We're going to move off this, because I don't want any more spoilers. This is a Riley update. For those of you who were, like, for around when I did some coverage of this person, they're a predator hunter. They're in, like, normie commentary. They're going after not sensitive society, social reprieve. They're going after social reprieve, who is definitely a fucking predator, by the way. But also this person is fucking crazy. They released this short. It made me laugh, so I'm going to show it to you.
It is not a coincidence that the two instances we have on record of Richie displaying predatory behavior just so happen to also take place during this tiny 6-week window out of Richie's 36-year-old life. 6-week window that took place during his tour with Davi Vanity.
So we've gone completely conspiracy brained on this, to be clear. We've got completely conspiracy brained on this. Somebody with the 5, one more thing, her husband came on her couch and she refuses to clean it. What the fuck, bro?
That's not a coincidence. And yes, that matters. It matters. Okay?
What in the Delulu Delilah's multi-pass up to? Dude, thanks for the two.
It does. Because someone who can excuse that, there's a reason why. Okay? Most people, even shitty people, cannot excuse child.
This is directed at Diesel, I think. Jewel Full, I can't pronounce that, with the 8, is that New Zealand? Thank you for the 8.99. Wait until you see what Cruel World Happy Mind says her interview with Chris Cumguzzler after she apologized. Is that with Chris Cumguzzler? Am I pronouncing that right? After she apologized to Ethan? Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to the going over this stuff. Predator Hunter, so she must just call people pedo online throughout her day, or she can connect with the proper authorities, doubting a second choice. She does that. Yeah, no, it's just call people pedophiles through the day.
Most even shitty people.
I want to know why she deleted her Lewis video. I imagine it's because loads of us were comparing her to Lewis McClung.
People can't excuse raping children. They just can't. So if you are someone who can, you can recognize that, allegedly, not really, because your bitch ass said it in your own words and I have the goddamn transcripts, but allegedly, right? If you knew that he had done those things and you still chose to go on that tour, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. And that is a huge red flag.
So, again, we've got full conspiracy theory. Also, there's this one.
So
TMI. What could possibly be TMI with a blood drop after it? Diesel should ask her out to be modern CRG and Lacey. Holy fuck. Could you imagine? Could you imagine fucking Diesel being like, listen, have you heard about this guy called Chris Reagan? There was this commentator called Lacey Green. I think we should try something out.
So this is deeply TMI, by the way, for anyone watching. If you TMI, okay, you might want to skip this one. But I just found out what stress spotting is. I didn't know that was a thing until now. Thanks, Richie. So
thanks, Richie. You caused my period. Fucking what? No fucking way, bro. No fucking way. Beckett, why were you making content on this woman? Why were you treating her like a lol cow? I don't know, guys. Total fucking mystery to me. I can't imagine. Dude. I can't even. This is so fucking insane. It's so crazy, bro. Okay, what was the last thing? Okay, yeah, okay. So the final thing we've already talked about, which was the Hot Wheels stuff. We might do a podcast episode on it. Right. This has been fun. So we've had a little eclectic stream. Which was very much the intention. Right, I'm gonna have a cigarette. Okay. Oh, God. Crabman bullying the schizos again, for shame. People always seem surprised when I randomly just take shots at random fucking schizos, but it's what this channel is most of the time. Anyway, how's everyone feeling? This is a little bit of a chatting to chat section. We'll do that. We're right at the end, guys. Right at the end. This has been really fun. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. That girl looked like you if you did drag. Thank you, Rotting. I appreciate that. That's very mean of you. Here you go. You can have a sticker. What should we do? Yeah, have a sticker, Rotting. Dude, I changed my sheets, so thanks for the company. Wait, it took you 3 hours to change your sheets? Stuffy and Shives. Oh, fuck, I promised to do Stives, didn't I? Yes, hold on. Steve Shives. Sorry, we're not done. I told a lie. We're gonna have a quick look in on Steve Shives to see what Shives is doing these days. 77k. Listen, there's no justice in the fucking world, is there? There's no justice in the world that this ex-SJW motherfucker is like fucking making start and like fucking skit terrible. I don't know if anyone's ever seen any of these fucking skits. The Bondi method of congressional testimony.
Someone from Virginia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sir, you are the Deputy Administrator.
This has 30k views.
Administrator in charge of the livestock feed subsidy program operated by the USDA, correct? Yes. Could you briefly describe the purpose of that program? Nice try. I beg your pardon? I said nice try. If you think you're going to outsmart me with a question like that, you've got another thing coming.
Never heard of this guy. This guy is an ancient SJW creator. Basically, he's like famous because he did like a load of like feminist videos where he's clearly being abused by his wife. His wife is clearly like browbeaten him into being a fucking feminist, and he's like a cuck before cuckoldry was like a meme on the internet. So like Steve Shives was a lunatic. He's still a lunatic. We've watched so I've actually streamed on Kick one of his independent films. It's like, dude, this guy is fucking he's a treasure.
I'm not sure I know what's happening right now.
Funnily enough, Jar did a video covering one of his videos years ago. Yeah, Jar's been around long enough. Steve Shives was a major lolcow back in the day.
What's happening is, if you think, Congressman, that you're going to twist this hearing around and turn it into another one of the partisan witch hunts that your party, the Democrat Party, specializes in, well, if that's what you're thinking, you're going to have to get up pretty early in the morning. I just asked if you could describe the livestock feed subsidy program. Why don't you look up what the program does, with all the free time you have from wasting the money of the American taxpayer, and leave the rest of us to do our jobs? Informing Congress of the status of the programs you're responsible for is part of your job. I don't work for you. I don't work for you. You know who my boss is? The American people? Nope, it's the same as your boss. The American people. President Donald Trump. Nope. The greatest president in the history of the United States.
What the fuck has happened to the left? What the fuck has happened to the left, man? So I understand why people are flipping over to the right. It's like you must look at this and be like, surely I have to become right wing. Like, I can't be associated with these fucking people. It just ain't funny. No, of course it's fucking not. Steve Shives has no sense of humor. Star Trek Public Affairs Officer. He makes a lot of Star Trek content. All of it's terrible.
Good afternoon. You all know me, but just for the sake of protocol, my name is Lieutenant Commander Zahn Scramisham. I am the Starfleet Public Affairs Officer for the Zeta Puppis sector. And on a personal note, totally irrelevant to today's briefing, this is my last day on the job. I'd like to begin with an update on Starfleet's mission.
I'm gonna fucking die. DS9 era Starfleet uniform, that's the one he owns. To be fair, DS9 is the best Star Trek, so you can't hate that. This is the left, the rest of the left should happily ignore. I'm doing my skits for the sake of the nation. I could have sworn I was listening to Praga You were watching until I looked at who made it.
To Narzed Minor 3. As most of you know, 6 weeks ago, a large volcanic eruption in the planet's southern hemisphere expelled a tremendous amount of smoke, dust, and other pollutants into the atmosphere, as well as greenhouse gases, and early estimates were that the planet would be uninhabitable within the next 5 years. Plans for a planetary evacuation are still in development should they prove necessary. However, I can now report that thanks to the effort and ingenuity of the crew of the Starship...
Holy fuck, this is so boring. This is so fucking boring. You are so boring, Steve. Please, like, bro, like, again, for those of you who've never seen Steve Shives, let me show you his oldest stuff. Let me find Stuffy. Where is Stuffy? Is Stuffy still on here? Yes. This is this guy's oldest content and it is fucking unhinged. This is 15 years ago in 2011.
Hey, Steffi. Hey, Steve. How's it going? Not bad. Yourself? Pretty good.
What are you doing?
Oh, just messing around.
Cool, cool. As you're here, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Google Girl Scout cookies for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be nice to get some Thin Mints or something, but I don't want Girl Scouts coming to the house. I just want to get them through the mail or something, you know? Box of Thin Mints, box of lemonades.
Is he AI? This feels like AI trying to be funny.
Google it.
I'm Googling as we speak.
Probably better than Stuffy, yes, true.
Do you think it's creepy how Google employees say ask Google instead of Google it?
What?
People who work for Google. When they talk to each other, they don't say Google it.
Stuffy, point to yourself where they touched you. Thank you for the pie rotting.
They say ask Google, like...
It's been 15 years and he's still not funny. He's still not funny after 15 years, bro. He's been making content on YouTube for 15 fucking years and he's still talentless. How do you have 330,000 subscribers? How are you still getting tens of thousands and sometimes hundreds of thousands of views on a video, bro? It's unreal. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing. Steve Sive's channel makes me lose faith in the concept of humanity.
I need to find something out. I think I'll ask Google. As though Google is a person.
They don't just say Google it at Google?
Apparently not.
What do you mean?
Why
This is
do we say
hilarious. Like you slug.
Why do we say it?
Is ask Google what we should be saying? Is that the proper phrase?
I have no idea. As far as Girl Scout cookies go,
If the Google people are all saying ask Google, what, are they laughing at the rest of us when we say Google it?
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Are they trying to establish some kind of a search engine syntax?
This is literally the ramblings of a schizophrenic. If you put Steve Shives and Tectone in a room together and left them for 24 hours, they'd build a nuclear fucking bomb.
Caste system? So all the hip in-the-know employees can say one thing and look down on the great unwashed and snigger at us as we say something else?
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Does it go beyond Google? Do regular people say Bing it, but people who actually work for Bing say something completely different, like, let's give it a Bing?
I don't think they're doing that.
You don't?
They're too busy sending out resumes to Google. Do you still want to know about the Girl Scout cookies?
Yeah, what'd you find?
You can't order them online. You have to buy them directly from the Girl Scouts.
One of the little wretches would have to come here. Forget that.
Or you could go to a booth.
Like when they set up outside the entrance of Walmart.
I suppose.
It's like he wrote this where the stuffed toy seems to think that he's an insufferable, boring douchebag. Like, why would you write a character where you're talking to a stuffed animal that is clearly sick of you? This is actually psychotic. It's so fucking crazy. I don't know. I credit Steve Shives with at least never deleting anything. I'm glad this is still on his fucking channel.
Forget it.
Yeah, this is going on for too long. This skit is like 6 minutes long and it should be about 2 minutes, right? This is a YouTube short at best.
I suppose it's just as well. Don't they discriminate against gay people?
I don't think so.
Beckett, this is genuinely so funny. Yeah, but okay, listen, not for the reasons Steven intended.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure they do.
That's the Boy Scouts, not the Girl Scouts.
It's the Boy Scouts. They don't like gay people. Like, if Rachel Maddow wanted to be a scoutmaster, she couldn't be.
Correct.
But she could be a Girl Scout leader.
Okay, that's enough, Steve Shives. I can't, bro. I can't. Listen. Dude, this fucking guy. My IQ hurts. Now, Beckett, imagine the dog had a Brian Griffin voice and this dude a Stewie voice. Yeah, dude. I saw someone in chat say, is this where Seth MacFarlane got the idea? I think you're right about it being excellent shorts content. I think if you boil this concept down to a ton of 30-second skits, you'd make millions. Yeah, I can see that. Dude, it's so easy to make money on shorts content, though. Just not the wall review or his Sailor Moon video, anything but those. Wait, what are we talking about here? Sorry, did I miss your first point? Sweet Jesus, the video only has 2 shots, cut to something different. Dude. Oh, fuck. I want to talk about the Nostalgia Critic at some point, actually. You've reminded me. Becca, I've changed my film thesis premise. It's now you and Stuffy talking on the world for 2 minutes. Taking on the world for 2 minutes? Dude, you should make that. That'd be fucking great. Teddy with a 10. Bro, at least Doug Walker knows not to try deadpan. Yep. Yeah. Listen, Doug knows where his strengths are. I was looking as well for who to raid you into, and I don't think there's anyone to raid you into. I think it's just me. I think that's why you're all, like, stuck here. It's just me. There's nowhere else to send you guys. I'm sorry. It's Sunday night and I'm the only person live. You're starved for content. I know. It's terrible. It's been so busy recently. Everyone's fucking given up. Let me see. Is there anything? Is there anyone? Is there anyone at all that's live? Is this it? Hold on. Let me check on my phone. I've got my other YouTube thing on. Now recording now. Raid into yourself and stream another 4 hours. Oh, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed. It's like 4 a.m. and I've got work in the morning. I was only planning to go live for like an hour. We've done way more than that. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Okay. Lamau webcomic idea? Dude, that'd be a fucking banging webcomic. So I guess I'm going to throw some music on and then I'll let you, I guess, go. But we'll have a couple of minutes. I'm still finishing a cigarette. We'll chill for a couple of minutes. See how everyone's feeling. Do I have anything that's not like non-copyright? Hold on a second. No copyright. Chill music. Let's see if there's like anything here. Chill music. That's all playlist. I just want like lo-fi. Oh, yeah. No copyright. Lo-fi. I want actual songs. And I want something that's actually long. Holy shit, okay. Do this. Little lo-fi. Nice. Guys, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. Teddy with the 5. Steve Shives wants so badly to be the dry funny guy, but forgot the funny part and he just left the dry part? True. What are your thoughts now about the whole Atheism Plus crowd? I mean, my thoughts about the Atheism Plus crowd were the same when it was going on, which I fucking hated all of them. I thought they were insufferable. I mean, I'm Catholic, right? But I found the whole kind of, oh my god, like, I'm too intelligent to ever believe in a god. I don't know what all the religious people are talking about. It's very interesting that, like, most of them were retarded as well. Like, they had, like, no theological grounding, so they didn't really understand what the fuck they were arguing about. Dude, I mean, look what happened to Amazing Atheist, right? Fucking went from internet intellectual to pouring oil on his balls and sticking a banana up his ass. Lavender Red with 2 last minute stickers. No worries, thank you so much. Let's do a little sticker bowl. Oh no, let's do dog bowl. Dog bowl. Yeah. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, Lavender. I'm not gonna reset the goal, we're ending. Thank you so much, guys. Nobody sells atheism worse than atheists. So because of the family I come from, my grandfather's belief was like, you should send your sons to the church. Like, my dad and all his uncles were sent to the church at like the age of 5. And they're all atheists now, okay? They're all atheists. But I asked my dad about it. This is years and years ago. I was like, because at the time in the UK, there was something called the Sunday Assembly, which was a load of atheists who take deconcentrated churches, and they'd basically hold like Sunday meetings to celebrate science and that they were going to die and there was nothing after death. It was very weird. And I asked my dad, what do you think of this? And my dad looked at me like I was fucking crazy, and he was like, Beckett, why would I want to hang out with a load of other people and discuss how we don't have an imaginary friend? Like, God isn't real, so why would I hang out with other people who just don't believe in something? That's so bizarre. And that's kind of how I view, like, sensible atheism. If you don't believe in God, why the fuck would you need to be acknowledged by other people who don't believe in God? I've always found that kind of really fascinating. Because he's like, my dad's like, he doesn't hate religious people. He's just like, God doesn't exist. That's kind of the end of the conversation. It's like, it's not real. Who cares? Have you followed Armored Skeptic's long crash out? He became hyper religious, which was strange. Yeah, I have. I followed a lot of that actually. Dude, I haven't seen where he's at now, but yeah, he got weird. He had like I think Armored actually had a breakdown. Unironically. I do like the Terry Pratchett quote about atheism though. 2 characters are talking, one of which is like a golem who's an atheist. And they're debating it, and he's debating with a religious character, and the religious character says, well, you don't believe in anything. And the golem says, well, of course I do. A true atheist must believe, otherwise he would not bother to deny, which I think is really like a really profound statement. But Pratchett was like that. I believe in the one true God, bold Beckett. So true, Roy. His shiny dome is my religious Bible. Also so true. The secrets are hidden upon my scalp. Pastafarianism is fun to sub to. True. All hail the great spaghetti monster. What do they have? Like, they had like, you wore like a fucking sieve on your head or whatever it was. When initially discovering having a couple like-minded people to vent to was very helpful, but long-term is odd, yeah. It depends like the process you go through, right? Like for my father, he said the reason he stopped believing was he like followed his vows and everything. Because he actually ended up in the church. And then he realized that no one else did. He was like, why the fuck am I following all these vows when everyone else around me is like smoking, drinking, like breaking their religious vows? He was like, this is fucking pointless, and left the church. Which I think was the experience of an awful lot of my uncles. One day, Becca, I'll tell you the insane stories of my Jewish family. Dude, that sounds awesome, actually. The internet felt more fun when anti-SJWs were taking down everyday feminist crazy-ass articles, making me wonder what everyone involved would have thought of today at that time. Yeah, I'd love to, like, I really, 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 there's a couple of, like, videos that I would absolutely do at the drop of a hat, like, if I got the opportunity. And one of them is I'd love to do an Andy Warski video. But Andy, like, I have asked, by the way, whether Andy would ever do an interview with me, and he's just not interested. He didn't even message me back, but I know he's not interested. He doesn't really want to retread that stuff, and that's understandable, but unless I can get an interview with Andy Warski, I can't do that video. Teddy with a 5. George Carlin is the only atheist priest I can get behind. That's fair. I hate that Gamergate era anti-SJWs became grifters today, many of them. I mean, it was happening at the time, right? This is why Metica, like, kind of called them all out and called them shells. He really fucking hated that. And that was back in, like, the early 2010s that fell apart. It's just, it was, like, typical. Baring and Jeff Holiday used to be best friends, the Mao. Yeah, I've interviewed Jeff Holiday years ago. I've spoken to Jeff a few times, and it's been a long time, but I used to DM him every now and again if I needed advice or an opinion. Holiday's, like, really different now. I was really surprised. I hated Holiday back in the 2010s. But actually speaking to him and seeing him now, he's, like, a very different person. He's, like, way more fucking mellow. It's one of the things so respectable about harmful opinions. Yeah, I am an absolute, like, fucking harmful opinion stan. And he, like, Harmful was prepared to burn all his fucking relationships for his principles, which is very based. Man, I miss Total Biscuit. Me too, buddy. Reason I'm not an atheist is because death is scary and I got daddy issues, so a father figure being there for me in the afterlife is pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. For me, I just believe in God. I've got a theology degree. So my undergraduate's in theology. I guess I think a lot about, like, religious questions and things. It's, like, just a general thing. But I think a lot of it comes down to I believe in God. So Harmful got fucked during the candid shit. Yes, he did. He got vindicated, to be fair. But yeah, that must have been fucking so frustrating. Remember when grifters tried to start Gamergate 2? Yeah, God, do you remember the fucking Sargon kill stream? Guys, I've got such a good idea. We need to get Trump to tweet out Gamergate to own the libs. And V running around being his little fucking capo. It was ridiculous. God. I mean, I look at Sargon now. And I cannot stand Carl Benjamin. And he is in one debate, people forget this. One debate did this. Sargon lost to Richard Spencer and then lost his fucking mind. Sargon went totally off the fucking wall. He tried to start, do people remember this? Sargon of Akkad tried to start a political movement called the Liberalists. And he, like, made an entire video about like how they needed to do internet activism. Lotus Eaters is doing big numbers. I know, but it's fucking, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. It's made worse by the fact that I live in the UK, right? I actually, like, I recognize Lotus Eaters living here for the fucking insane shit it is. That's not to say that the UK doesn't have problems, by the way. But, dude. I still like his Starship Troopers breakdown. I think some of Sargon's older content is good. You know? Didn't Warski steal his domain name? I don't know. That's interesting. Sargon of Applebee's? True. Carl of Swindon? The same Sargon who killed a political party, yeah. I mean, UKIP was dying anyway. It's just very funny that Sargon and Dankula were, like, got involved right at the end. Dumbest thing they could do. Dumbest thing they could do. I've shown quite a few times Sargon's interview where he talks about the rape joke. And the interviewer was like, have you ever been sexually assaulted? And Sargon was like, I have been sexually assaulted, actually. On national television! Sargon of Akkad gets on national television on the fucking news and ends up talking about the fact that he was sexually assaulted. Absolutely incredible content. Artemis with the 5. I feel bad for siding with Sargon during the Metica drama. Crazy how Sargon managed to get even get SFO to stop being friends with him. Yeah, I mean, again, when that drama happened, I'm a Medica fanboy, so it wasn't really particularly hard for me. I was a fan of Medica long before I was a fan of people like Sargon or Warski. But yeah, I mean, I was just like, this is so obviously a betrayal of literally everything Sargon had said online. Everything. Every single principle Sargon had promoted through the anti-SJW stuff, he fucking completely abandoned. It was so pathetic. And he's still coping. I have no idea, dead dude. Speaking of Lotus Eaters, do you have thoughts on the young dude that came out of there, Connor Tomlinson? They seem to be part of Restore UK. Okay, so I don't know much about Restore UK. I've heard bits about it being like accused of being a neo-Nazi movement, but I know almost nothing about it. I have not been keeping. Look, British politics for me is so fucking depressing at this point. I just do not keep up with it at all. I just can't. I'm just like, look, whatever's happening in the country, like I can't do anything about it. So why depress myself? But I don't really have any strong opinions on Connor. I just think he's a bit weird, like most of the Lotus Eaters. Queeman does a lot of coverage of them, to be fair. He'd know. Do you still like Pokemon? I mean, like, yeah, sure. I haven't played Pokemon since Gen 1. Maybe Gen 2. But, yeah, Pokemon's still chill. Pokemon's still chill. But, yeah. Well, this has been nice and chill. Good wind down. Digimon is better. No, Digimon is better. I prefer Digimon. Digimon Season 2 is peak. Damn, you missed Gen 5? I did miss Gen 5. I don't really play Nintendo. I've never been a Nintendo person. I've always been like a PlayStation, and then I became a PC person. So, and even when I was a little kid, I was a Sega person. I've never been a Nintendo stan. Cam stream next time, Beckett. I'm never on cam anymore, Ice Beans. I'm never on cam anymore. It's because then I don't have to get ready or do anything. I can just like go live. It's so much nicer. I don't have to think about what I'm like sat here like looking at. I can just chill out. Sad. I think like cam streams are very Twitch. I think on YouTube you can just get away with not having a cam. I probably don't even need a little avatar. And I've always wanted to stream this way. When I was back on Twitch. I always felt forced to be on camera. I've never liked it. He doesn't have to do his makeup. Don't have to do my hair. That's the thing. I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to shave properly. For all you know, Beckett doesn't have pants on. I can confirm that I have pants on at least. I'm fairly chill. Usually I'm in a hoodie with my hood up. That's one of the reasons as well. I'm just like super cozy. Having an avatar is good so people can tell it's you when you're clipped. Yeah, I mean, like, I like my avatar. I just don't think I need one. Like, but I love using them. I'd never get... I prefer using an avatar. It's just a need thing. It's a question. Okay. Okay, look. Right. I'm getting out of here. And I'm going to go chill. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. And have a great fucking week until I see you next time. I will see you on the next one. Peace, guys.